Yeah, and the mail. A lot of
Yeah,
mail.
dude.
It's in the console.
Yeah.
Steve, you're in Lovestock, Nevada. Now, I don't know what time you left, but if you just made it to Nevada, dude, you've got another 3 or 4 days before you get to, to El Dorado, man. I mean, I nothing against your driving skills. Maybe, and I know you got a little one
left
in tow.
today.
Did they just leave today?
Yeah, that note that they left the other day, had to be out of their house, but I think they were going to hang out at friends and family and tell everybody bye. So I think they just left today.
I remember him having the pod.
Yeah, that was it leaving. That was the pod leaving, though, not a Steve leaving.
See, I thought maybe Steve
he was driving, not riding in the pod.
That one pod was just bobbleheads.
It was just bobbleheads and baseball cards. The whole pod. The old gum that he takes out of the wrap.
It's memorabilia.
For real?
Yeah, he's in El Dorado. He's coming to El Dorado.
He's on his way, bud.
Why?
We're going Conrad.
We're going 5 hours.
And I mean, I'm glad he's coming.
No, it's awesome.
He's gonna hate Conrad because he heard how affordable it was to live here.
He's not gonna hate it.
And that's the truth.
No.
And her mom recently retired or is getting ready to. Is moving out here. They had a certain amount. This house they bought for this house what they paid 1 month rent in California.
Yeah.
So if this does not work out,
he's got
they
nowhere.
stay a month and leave and they just start over.
Yeah. If you come to El Dorado from California, then go broke, you're under a bridge, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I told him though. He's like, I don't know if
there's
you'll like
no
me when we
other,
actually meet.
There's like no other cheaper place. Maybe
you gotta be out on the
Appalachia.
show night.
Maybe Appalachia. Maybe we could all move there. I came in a little fired up because I went down to Florida and tried to get free tickets.
He was going to move to Kansas City, and that made sense. But I mean, so did El Dorado's a beautiful place.
Why not move El Dorado? He's post office. He's going to make the same amount here.
I don't know if he is. He's on disability now. He's got some stuff going on. So
either way, his income's not going to change.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna. Yeah. He'll be doing good out here.
Yeah. And he doesn't know. But my brother was a rural carrier in El Dorado and in what's the one?
Augusta.
Augusta.
It's a safer place for Penny to grow up, and
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's an awesome place.
You guys want to get doped like me? I got some steroids here. I'm selling after the show.
Nice.
Yeah,
hold on.
It's very good to get
Look at this.
It's going to power you up.
I'm just pissed off because I'm not brown enough, and I think maybe Steve is. It's for sure.
Hold on. You're plenty brown. What do you mean?
No, I'm not. Because
to what?
I tried to get
what?
I tried to get free tickets to Martha Vineyard, and I contacted.
I don't know what that means.
You have to walk across the border. Man.
Yeah, I know. That's what they told me. They're like, do you
Martha
know?
who?
And I don't know even Spanish. And I was going to go vacation there, and they wouldn't give me tickets. And then on the way here, I got out because
Are you saying because they're giving free tickets in New York?
Because
that's not fair.
Because a disabled veteran and his dog had just traveled.
He's not a libertarian.
2,000 miles. Hey, shut up! 2,000 fucking miles with his dog in a bicycle. Got to Colorado, had his bike and his dog carrier fucking stolen. Had to buy a new dog carrier and a bike in Colorado.
Oh yeah, here. That's double the money then.
Well, why do you have to buy a new dog carrier if you didn't have a dog anymore?
No, he had the dog. They stole the carrier and they stole the bike. Oh. And I'm thinking, this poor veteran from the Vietnam shooting zipperheads. He can't even get a free. Can't even get a free.
703.
And that's why I cut him off most of the time because it goes nowhere or it goes like that.
I'm just pissed off that I can't vacation in the fucking Martha's Vineyard. Okay, and some guy that fought for our freedom and just trying to carry a dog 2,000 miles gets his shit stolen in Colorado of all places, and then he has to bike here. Me, broken toe white dude has to roll out of his truck to help him pick up his bike and put it in another truck because the dude is tired. Okay, the dude is tired. He biked 2,000 miles.
You picked up a dude from Colorado to.
No, he was biking in Oklahoma. He ended in Oklahoma. He's like, I've got to go somewhere. And
how did you meet this?
He made it to Oklahoma and got tired there.
He traveled from Oregon. He's been on the road with his bike and his dog. 2,000 miles. He said, I said, well. Why? I mean, it's right. Why are you running?
I think I'm done.
Why are you talking to me?
I think I'm gonna go home.
Like, how did you meet
pulled
this
over
guy?
to him.
There was he had a beard, okay, like mine, and it's like this is me in two.
He's
2
a
days,
sucker for beards,
okay? And I'm a sucker for beards. And it was
conversation with anybody.
He was bending down trying to get this the bike, the dog carrier, the 2-wheel deal,
into a truck.
Into a truck. Now he already had his bike loaded, but I'm like, okay, the driver, he was not getting out of the truck. I don't know how he got in there. Crisco.
I got you.
Okay. And so I went over. I was like, hey, you need some help? I rolled down the window because I'm a nice guy. He's like, maybe. And I was like, I'll just get out and help. Walked across the road, picked it up. Said, what are you doing? Because I'm curious. I'm biking across the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
He said, for the last couple of years, I just did 400 miles here, 500 miles here. And the guy,
couple of years.
I know. Hey, I know.
Across the U.S.
No, he
should do that in like a month.
He made some very short journeys, and then he woke up one day and his rent out there went up from $800 to $1,800 a month. And he says, I only get $800 as a disabled vet, so I had to move. And he's like, well, why not to go see the country while I do it with my dog for 2,000 miles? And I'm like, that makes sense. So I put it in the back, and then I was like, hey, did you get the free tickets to Martha's Vineyard? And he's like, no, I haven't got them yet. And I said, peace out. And I got along.
Did he fix your dents?
No,
dude.
There ain't no fixing those.
You don't bike across the country for months. You're just moving every other week.
No, he did 2,000 miles. I asked him how long it took him, and he's been biking now for a month and a half, I think. 2,000 miles.
I'd like Steve, if he lives in El Dorado for 5 years.
That dude beat him to Oklahoma, and he was traveling further than that.
He moves to Missouri, he could say he's traveling across the U.S.
Yeah, Steve is going every 2 hours. That's
on a 10-year plan.
Well, how disabled are you if you're biking 2,000 miles?
I don't know. Maybe it's all up here. I have no idea. Or maybe
it's a fucking job, man.
It's an e-bike.
Did he have amazing legs? No, it took him years to go halfway across the country.
No, to be honest, he looked like you if you were 80 and had a long beard.
When he's 80 or when a regular well, he's going to look.
No, and the reason I say that is
he's going to look
because
like a 55-year-old.
You are all wiener, buddy.
Well, this guy looked good.
He's going to look like Mexico.
I mean, he was in Vietnam. How long was that? That was like 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got to be like 60.
Hold on.
He's got to be
you
at
look
least
very
60.
similar to most Vietnam vets.
That's
so what?
You got the wrong
How old
hat.
are you?
You
need the Vietnam.
No,
hat.
that's
no, that's not true. I don't look that bad.
You look like.
I don't look that bad.
You look like the guy from the plane movie, the prisoner plane movie, mixed with a Vietnam vet.
It's unfair for him. He's already got the stare because he's killed a few Asian men.
Are you talking Con Air?
Not in Vietnam, but
bring me the bunny.
I was Nick Caging him.
Where's my ear necklace?
Of course,
honey?
Chris says he's been in Loveland or whatever.
Oh, Nevada.
Just wait until he sees the bag of weed. Nice.
I was gonna say, I seen that one already. I'm ready, bud. I'll come help you unpack.
Did you take a picture?
No, I just seen that he posted that just now.
Well, he has to come prepared, for God's sake. You can't just leave.
You can't buy it here. So
you
gotta come.
You can buy it in El Dorado.
Well, you can buy it in El Dorado.
I'll find him a guy.
Yeah, you can buy it in Oklahoma. Come on down.
You can buy anything in El Dorado.
And don't give too much away.
Streets are
I mean, he's going to be down the road here soon.
You're the one that said it.
He'll have to come in. No, you were saying why he was leaving and stuff. We all know it's getting expensive out in California.
I didn't say none of those things. All I said was he could 1 month rent in California is what he paid for his house.
That's true. And
neither one of those means that's $1 million. I mean, he's buying $1 million house here.
His house is paid off. He paid cash.
My joke stands.
And weed.
My joke stands.
Cash and
none
weed.
of them need anything.
So
weed.
Now all we need to do is get Chris to move to Yoder.
Chris would own Yoder. He'd be
he'd love it, dude.
He'd be the king of Yoder.
He would love Yoder.
Yeah.
That's a Amish.
Karen couldn't do it, I don't think.
Paradise.
That weather out there is hard to beat, man.
Chris is making some good money. He could probably afford.
Yeah, but that weather out there is so hard to beat.
Oh,
the winters suck.
In Pennsylvania?
Yeah, the winters suck. But the freaking summers are.
I don't hear a lot of people bragging about Pennsylvania weather very often.
They don't. The highs are in the 80s, bud.
I almost called Chris because I met a band at Pigfest. I don't know if it was Sunday or Saturday when you were there. Oh, it was when you were there. It was Saturday.
Jarvix?
Met a band, not Jarvix, although I did talk to him on Sunday. That their show van broke down in Pittsburgh. And I said, Kansas? Because he said the same thing. Kansas? Yeah. No, Pennsylvania. So I was going to call Chris and be like, hey, free band.
That's pretty far away.
No, it's in.
I know you guys. I think it's
state.
That's true, but like
it's the same state.
That's what someone says.
Pennsylvania's not huge.
What someone says Topeka. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, well, go My brother lives in Dodge City.
Right.
Do you drive by there very often? I'm like, I've been there once in my life. I've been to Vegas more times than I've been to Dodge City.
Let me tell you this: Steve will be more happy living in El Dorado than Dodge City. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Sure.
No, I think he'll be. No, they're picking a beautiful place. It's just different than what they're used to.
I had a lot of trouble. I
don't know what Dixon's like, so I can't.
I got him a house warping gift
on Dodge City. That is the only town that I know of where you can stand on the main street and shit your pants, and no one will ever know.
That's true.
That's true.
Because there's so much cows.
Well, they're in Topeka.
There's so many cattle.
But that's just like Sacramento, though. I mean, Topeka's our Sacramento, just smaller.
Maybe. Yeah.
It took me. I'm being honest here for a second. Okay, it took me since I found out he was moving to El Dorado, and then I reached out to him. I was like, "Is this a real
I've only
thing?"
been to El Dorado twice.
And then he sent me pictures of the listing. I was like, "Holy shit, he is moving to." And Casey said he talked to him. And ever since that day, I tried to get him a house
work.
Find him something.
It took me this long.
Yeah.
But last night I pulled the trigger on it.
What do you want to tell him, or?
I looked through all of his pictures and tried to figure out what kind of gun to buy Steve, because now he lives in Kansas. He needs a gun, especially with.
I don't know if his wife will let him have a gun.
Well, he can have it in the garage.
Black rifles matter.
We got to get him a musket from Andy's collection.
I thought about blunderbusses or muskets or something.
Dahar.
I just went with a gun he would know.
AR-15.
No, it's little 25. Little 25.
Boo.
He can hide it. He can hide it.
Well, he'll love it.
He'll love it.
Yeah. In about 3 months in El Dorado, I hope he doesn't use it on himself. So
true.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you haven't learned anything from the Night Stalker, when he was killing people with a 22, they would be dead. He used a 25 and they survived.
And
so you got to use a 22 if you're going to kill somebody.
2 hours to Kansas
25,
City.
they'll still alive.
Yeah, I don't think that Steve wants to kill somebody. I think
an hour to Wichita.
I think he wants to.
You're right. The best part about El Dorado is how easy it is to leave.
Yeah,
get away from our family.
It is right on the highway. Whatever. It's not bad.
And that's what I thought.
The prison's right outside.
They got a nice lake outside of town.
So welcome to those guys from Wichita, everybody. This is the show where we talk about one of our listeners is moving across the country. And then another gentleman that rode his bike to Oklahoma from Oregon.
Hey, Al, if you're listening to this, man.
Yeah, if you found a cell phone, Al, stay safe out there.
I'm sure he's got a cell phone.
We'll edit this out.
Yeah, we'll edit all that out.
Now the show starts.
Well, we didn't have a show last week, and I'm sorry. We were at Pigfest, which is a event that somebody puts on to listen to themselves play music. And so we were selling tacos there to the few people that showed up, and that was fun, but we weren't able to come up here. So we're all excited, I think. It's been a couple weeks since we've been in the studio together. And Eric, thank you for going down on Sunday.
I've seen Eric there.
Yeah.
And running the trailer,
he
cooking.
Invite me.
We invite you all the time. You always say you don't want to go.
I was a guest. Why would a guest invite a guest?
I know. I went on this one
sick
bus ride one time, and I've never let it down that I didn't invite somebody.
Well,
that's
you're part of the group.
Yeah. But thank you for going down there.
You invited Skin Man.
A lot of hot butts down there, though. I will say that. We got a few photos of those. So there was
one for sure.
One for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pretty good.
How could there not be so many butts at Pigfest?
Well, it's just music, and you know how women are with music.
There's a handful of them.
Oh, is it country?
Yeah, it's a mixture of country and basically country.
When that music starts
country
hitting
and rock,
those ladies,
weirdo rock kind of.
Their ass just
like
gets wider than their shoulders.
No, just like artists,
cool.
Like people that are not ever. It's pretty cool.
It's the first time I've seen a live heavy metal, long hair, jam out rock.
That was the band that got stuck in because they were on tour. That's that same band. Yeah.
But I saw them live on a Sunday at 2:00 in the afternoon. That was a unique experience.
Well, they came on
they
stage.
Were decent.
They came on stage and went because of the sun. But they did fun.
They were up all night.
They didn't even have to have their wind machines blowing their hair. Like,
no,
just the breeze was blowing it back. It was beautiful, man.
It was all right, but it was.
The front guy looked just like
looking like Pete Townsend.
Napoleon Dynamite, the actor. Yeah, he looked like the actor now, like with his beard and the fluffy hair. Yeah.
John Heater.
Your mom's got fluffy hair.
No.
So I don't know, dude. I almost died today. I didn't hit that. I almost hit that old man, but that old man was a deer, because I was just sitting there in my own thoughts in the focus on that road that I almost hit the cow on, and there's always something crossing that road. You gotta be careful on Highway 105.
Was it a dude on a bike?
No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. It was a dude on a bike that turned into a deer. But it's so funny because I was watching the deer, like it was prancing through the field. I was like, oh, look at that deer.
That's nice.
I'm doing like 85 miles an hour.
And it's got.
I'm so lost. I was like, it got right. And I had to freaking slam, locked it up. It was awesome. Almost died.
Yeah.
I felt good, like, about it.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's bragging rights where he's like, yeah, I didn't die.
So, anyways, I got up here. We've been waiting. Shannon and I are trying to buy a building, and we've been waiting on that.
Yeah.
Which has been interesting, frustrating.
Is that the old Vickers off of 18?
I snuck it out of your dad like a month and a half ago as soon as you told him about it.
Yeah.
Because you guys were obviously talking about it on a show or right when it had, you guys went and looked.
You trying to get secret information?
But I didn't have to because he just thinks that me and you are actually friends. He still doesn't know that we just do a show together.
Yeah.
And
he does that all the time.
I know.
People come up like, your dad told me, don't you?
No, but I just said, yeah, I heard.
No, I've only met your dad like 10 times, and every time I see him, he's like, yeah, you can tell he has no clue who I am.
That's true.
I'm his future son-in-law, and he doesn't fucking know me.
And he thinks I'm going to be for some reason, and I tell him, like, I don't even think
I think maybe he gets you confused with Eric, because I do talk about Eric all the time.
Maybe.
He might
calls
think
me.
that you're Eric.
He does call me Smooth.
Maybe I should send you a
He
picture
calls
of
me
me, and you can show him.
Smooth C.
You can show him.
Well, for those
he calls me Smooth C.
For those of you that don't know, we're trying to buy a building in Oklahoma. Called Davenport. It's on Route 66. It's an old timey gas station. You'll know it by the two antique pumps that are sitting out and all the license plates. But it is nice. It's fully, I guess if it all works, it's got everything in it. It used to be a cafe. It's pretty sweet. It used to be the Earlier Bird Cafe, but it's been.
Your dad
I don't know.
He still wants it to be the Early Bird Cafe.
I can't speak.
Wants to be.
I don't think it's been as
Taco
negative or hard as your last house, because I know your last house was really frustrating.
Yeah, it's just different.
It's definitely not as frustrating as buying Random Dude, only because the closing got pushed 18 times because of COVID and a whole bunch of other stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's been an ordeal, like buying anything that big, or it's not even that big. I mean,
it's just a process, but we're about to the end. We're about to the finish line, and I have information on that, but I'm not going to bore everybody with that nonsense. So I got back up here, and of course I went and saw Coach Casey at
hi guys
over there at the parts shop to get a oil seal because Exmark's been leaking oil all over, and it's like one of those deals where I knew that if I took the clutch off, it would never go back on, because the last time I took the clutch off, I about wrecked it, like putting it back on. And it's like, I better order a clutch. And we found some cheap Chinese one that got on Amazon, and went up there to get an oil seal. Went back to the cottage where my mom runs it's a business there where she lets delinquents, go there and hang out, basically. Yeah. It's like when poor people make the mistake of getting married, she likes to be a part of it. She started it when she was 16, being real poor, getting married too young.
Yeah.
And so she's made an affordable place for people to manipulate that or recreate that mistake.
And your mom always has all free water all the time.
I noticed something. So I'm laying under the mower, and I'm, just jostling around with all the grease gribblies jumping in your eyes and stuff.
I know that.
Yeah. And that happens, and get used to it. It's fine. But as I'm laying there, I start hearing freaking biker boys pull up. The biker boys pull up. And not on the Harleys that me and Eric are going to ride together. I'm talking like, if you've ever seen
the Harley, not plural.
The Biker Boys movie where, I think it's freaking Morgan Freeman, Samuel Jackson, Antoine Fisher, Dennis Rodman.
The Hogs.
It's called Biker Boys. It's just all the black
boys spelled Z.
Boys spelled Z.
Yeah.
So if you think of a black actor, they're in it, and they ride those crotch rockets.
Like Boys to Men, spelled with Z.
So I'm laying under there, and all these crotch rockets are pulling in. And then a freaking Ford Expedition, one of the older Ford Expeditions, pulls in, and you just know it's just because the doors open, like they're not even parked, and the doors open, and there's freaking kids screaming and yelling, and somebody yelling at them, and a extended swing arm motorcycles like revving up right next to it, and children crying, and it's like, what is going on? And that's when I realized, dude, one thing poor people love to do more than drink water is to frickin' yell. All they do is yell at each other. the poorer, the more they yell.
They yell.
So, you know,
and fireworks.
They would literally just walk, you know, one of them's walking towards the garage, the other garage where the venue is. The other, hey, can you grab a soda? Can you grab a soda? Yeah, I got your soda. Got to do everything around here, god damn it, motherfucker. These are kids saying the shit. Like infants, toddlers. It's like,
you're 4.
Yeah.
And then I noticed
that's the right to be an
Make
American.
sure
That's fucking being American.
Give me a Joe Cola. Hey, is this the place? Is this the place?
There's a guy working on a mower over there. Is this a wedding place or what?
Who'd you vote for?
So I was like, man, I hate poor people, and I'm one of them. I'm laying under them. I'm poorer than these people.
Right.
You know, somebody's like, hey,
You're
dude.
more sophisticated.
Yeah,
no,
but
they
it just makes you want
crotch rockets,
frustrating.
big trucks.
Look at your hair.
This is why Robin Williams jerked himself off to death.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
more tempting every day.
He just.
It's, you know what I was thinking about? What if I tucked my wiener back and became a female bodybuilder?
Yeah, you could.
You'd still not even be at the top.
About it.
No, a female like weightlifter.
If you could get paid for it.
Okay.
Powerlifter, yeah.
I don't think
Powerlifter.
compared, but there's girls that kick your ass.
You're out, not in my weight class.
Not in this region. He would be the champion of the Midwest region.
If you were in like the Midwest region of above 40s women in their first circuit.
Casey, I think you're uneducated on this.
I'm 30 and I'm super duper strong.
With Conrad was 6 months of training, could probably qualify for the Olympic team.
Women's?
Men's. Even men's.
Well,
I tuck it back though. I'm an Olympic legend.
I don't.
My name, serotonin.
You better put an H at the end of that.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, but if you love what you're doing, you never work a day in your life.
That's like saying you go be a star in the WNBA, which you might be.
No.
I'd be a freaking bruiser in the WNBA.
No, those chicks
way
are
too
vicious.
short.
Oh, I tell you one chick.
Those chicks could outlift him too.
I'll tell you what I would want to do. Like, if I wasn't gay, I would want to do.
It's not a swimmer because you can't swim.
No, I was watching YouTube TV, which is like YouTube, but you pay for it.
It's YouTube Plus.
Yeah. And so I get on there, and it's like Notre Dame. Was it Notre Dame versus Clemson? Right. And I was like, what? This shouldn't be happening. It's a football game. Click it. Women's soccer.
Oh. You stood around for that. Didn't you?
Oh my gosh.
Watch the whole thing.
They're
0-0.
fit,
Oh, I would gladly be a bench.
Yeah.
Like,
how'd you like to smell that sports bra?
just lay me down and put a couple logs under me or something.
Transform into basketball bench.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
I don't care where they put me, dude. They could put me in the showers, wherever women have benches. Women love freaking benches.
Love them.
I could be out on the field. I'll do it.
You can talk about your feelings. You can talk about the game. You can talk about your coach. You can talk about.
There's nothing sexier than a woman that you know went to church that morning that's now playing soccer in the afternoon.
You clip the cord on those headphones. You just talk a little bit slower. You walk up there. You want to be a manager. You're their radio.
That's true.
You're their special needs manager.
Push a shopping cart up there.
Yeah.
Get like a 3-legged dog or something, and old.
He's mainly handicapped. He doesn't understand what he sees in the shower.
One of them
okay.
orange water cooler things.
Kathy,
Hey,
I want to be your bitch.
Hey, you guys need a drink? I got plenty of water. It's always brown, you know.
No, you should go completely homosexual.
Radio Conrad, what are you doing in the shower?
That way they're so
have
comfortable
vaginas.
around you. You'll help them stretch.
What
and
if
you just slip that wiener right in there?
You both.
If I
could do
take this
that.
microphone, it doesn't have to be hooked up to
No.
anything because women are so stupid, especially soccer women. And I just like tie this around it,
Yeah.
and I walk into a locker room to interview them. Nobody's ever done it before.
That's true.
Hey, post-game interview.
Snapping towels and stuff.
Yeah.
Snapping butts.
I'm with EPSN.
Yeah, they'd be like, "This is great.
This
We've
is
never
great.
been interviewed." Like,
Yeah,
yeah, how was it?
You want me to put your top? You want to put my top on? No, leave it off. It's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing sexual here. I'm just
There's
here to talk
nothing
about your
sexual here. We're
sport.
talking about sport.
Yeah, when you guys were running,
Yep. And you kicked that ball. Remember they kicked that ball in the net?
yeah,
That was a good
that
play.
was cool.
That was
Now,
cool.
if
It was a
you-
set play, or did you?
Now, do you wax or is
Yeah,
that
let me
shaved?
see that.
Let me see that.
Now that's good, but you have to talk more like Rip Taylor. That way they'll trust you.
Well, that's true.
Is that shaved?
Look at that
Throw
clam.
confetti. Fabulous.
Sweet.
Well, we've got biscuits and gravy over in the rectory after you guys get done
That's
showering.
not gravy.
Hey, Chris, why don't you tell me
And peace be with you.
Chris, because I know that Steve he's locked in some sort of hellhole there in Nevada. Why don't you do a quick Google search there, Chris, and see how far Loveland is from El Dorado? Just give us a mile countdown for Steve.
It's got to be.
You're going to have to drive around every kill zone along the way.
He said he stopped at every 5 because of the he stopped every 5 because of the kid, which I get that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. See stuff too.
In the 70s though, you just give a kid a damn Benadryl and drive.
Just go.
You know what I'm saying? You
that slow exhaust leak. You don't even need the Benadryl.
Man, they're okay back there.
Crack open like a little.
Sleeping in the back.
Especially now with flavored vodka, you could mix a little vanilla vodka into a sippy cup.
Sorry, Love Lock.
Give them a couple Benadryls. It's like, how far do you want to drive? Oh, should we worry about the kid?
No, he's sleeping.
68 hours before that one wakes up.
I can hear him crying.
Just need those little, just in case some of those.
Steve's the kind of guy that would just kind of like fill up with gas at like around Vegas, like a little town like Prump, where Art Bell's from, and walk into a gas station and there's like a one-armed bandit there at the end of the counter, and just like drop a $5 in.
Oh yeah, I hope he does. I hope he stops in Vegas and wins something, or
yeah, he might be past that. I don't know where Lovelock is.
Steve should take as much time as you want, because let's be honest. When was the last time you guys wanted to get to El Dorado in a hurry?
Oh, that's true. He's taking his time.
No,
you take 254. That's the way to go.
Well, you got.
I'm not going to sit here and make El Dorado be
sure
great.
The neighborhood. Okay,
have you ever spent a Saturday there?
I'm sure the neighborhoods are just.
I
went to
three
school
people
there.
that lived there.
I went to Butler there, and if you go to college there, be careful. You know what I'm saying? Like, Black Lives Mattered back then.
It's not like it's not like that.
My brother-in-law.
I'm sure it's a great town to live in, but to do business in and
to learn education, not as good. That's not good.
Meet kids, it's horrible.
You guys are just being silly now.
No, I think
El Dorado's got Freddy's and
a hospital,
Walmart.
They got Hunt's Brothers.
They got rollers.
They got a new Casey's.
They got a Taco Tico. They got freaking Taco Bell.
The Orleans or the
knockoff
Arbyes.
TSC. I think they got an Arby's.
They got Arby's.
Just burn the freaking house down when you get there, Steve, and move, man. Just move down to. You can go to Oklahoma. Just burn it. Don't unpack the pod, man.
No, unpack the pod.
Not a lot of Hispanics there. Maybe that's why Steve's going. He doesn't like Hispanics.
A lot of Indians, which are like they're more like.
Steve is a little racist.
They're more like.
It's a beautiful town.
What do they call?
I
Indians?
didn't say it wasn't.
What?
Because Indians are kind of like Hispanics, but they're like Asian.
They got a cool old
They're
town.
a different race of Hispanics.
Who?
Yeah, India.
Indians.
Oh,
there's a lot of damn Indias people over it.
It's El Dorado. Duh, it's an Indian place.
Yeah, but they like community college.
They love community college.
You find an Indian that's not
at a good sports program.
Go to any gas station. Ask them which community college.
Their high school team is good. Their football team is good. Their baseball team is good.
No,
they got a good lake.
They have they got stuff. You know,
they got stuff.
But compared to where he's coming from, they didn't. You know,
what's Dixon like?
No one knows what Dixon is.
It's California.
It's Dixon cider.
But it's Dixon. You don't know nothing about it.
I know that it's in California.
Yeah.
El Dorado is a great place to live and a horrible place to visit.
I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
That's kind of like grand time out at the lake.
That's like Prague. You know, that's like really anywhere in Oklahoma.
It's like random, dude.
I was gonna say, you're talking about El Dorado being like that. You live in Prague.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? Guess how many African Americans are in Prague?
0.
Well, that sucks. There's no cultural diversity for your kids.
You know how
they're
it's
gonna
not
grow
about
up as
color.
ignorant
Casey.
as you
That's
guys.
nothing to do about color. It's about
they're
safety.
gonna grow up as ignorant as you guys.
No.
Oh fuck.
Where I grew up, there was
It's the second Friday of the month. I forgot it's racist.
It's 7:29 for those keeping track at home.
There is one There's one guy that I do enjoy over there, and he happens to be black, and he's one of my good friends, and he sits at the gas pump at Prague. Like
he's an older one, and that's not fair.
Heather,
why is that?
No one asked.
Heather, don't say you possess a black student. Say a black student.
Oh, she said she has one.
Yeah, we bought a couple.
I know there are.
Yeah.
He's Conrad's Conrad. We get it.
I'm sorry that I look out for my family's safety.
No, you don't.
I take them out of Heston because of what's going on up there and their liberal mindset. I take them down there to Prague.
Heather,
you don't want your
kids
to grow as people. You want them to be
right.
Stay the family narrow.
I want them to be right.
Stay the family
safe and okay. And by the way, when you're talking about my kids, they're our kids. Eric and I's.
And your wife said
this is our decision.
The gentleman at the gas station is well spoken.
No,
yes, he is.
Yeah, that's what she said.
He's my burrito buddy. Anytime we set up, that big black guy comes over in his overalls and gets a burrito.
Well, she said
Dixon's a sleepy little cow town filled with Trump hump. Well, dude, you're moving to El Dorado.
Yeah, hell yeah, you're
so-
going to another one.
Fit right in.
You
I
should have
guess.
came to Wichita, really.
By
But
now, it's getting over.
it's getting a little.
Run with Bay Area. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm just saying you're going to love it out there just because of your pocketbook guy. I mean,
Yeah, it's
you're going to
gonna
have
be
to fight
cost
the
of
Trump
living.
guys everywhere you go. I mean,
Yeah. Now
so-
that we're back on track, Lovelock is 20 hours and 4 minutes from this very spot.
Okay.
Oh, now look at that. Look at what your wife said. The kid's dad is fine. What's that mean?
Yeah.
It
How
means
much
he's
stuff did he
great.
steal from your house, Heather?
I don't know why
Did you
she's
allow him
trying
in
to
the
bring
house?
real
She
life
means-
into
Because
fake
she
life.
is
She
cool.
means-
value
She's a lib,
signaling,
like me.
you know,
She means
She loves my podcast.
signaling like he does.
She loves Between Two Libs.
You misread it.
She
She's not saying
listens
it's
to me
fine.
and Chip
She's saying
every
it's
week.
fine.
Between Two Libs.
Well, here's the thing, dude. I had this idea. It's a business idea, but it's unrelated to anything we've ever done.
Well, aren't you starting a business?
But this one would actually work.
That's what entrepreneurs do, man.
Yeah, you're always thinking. You're always thinking.
Getting a brick and mortar?
And
He's getting a brick.
yeah,
Gotta get a brick and mortar.
gotta get a brick and mortar, man.
Motherfucking flies. Motherfucking flies are everywhere.
I tell you what, you get some chicken in that motherfucker, you're gonna be good, man. You get a brick and mortar.
You can't have a fryer though.
731.
Now air fryer, yes.
Hey, skin man. Hey, you get a brick and mortar. Andre was not at Pigfest,
No,
unfortunately.
I was depressed.
That's why I left. Eric, come down here and save me.
You would have been. I would have taken so many pictures if he was there the next day. I would
doing weird gang signs and stuff next to the trailer, hugging each other.
Hey,
Yeah, right now we're putting spinners on it, Andre. Keep the flies out of our hoods.
and we'll buy a brick and mortar.
And Andre's
On
one of
the
the
on the
big
taco trailer.
fans.
They're
So
putting spinners on the taco trailer.
they're hubcaps.
We're still spinning.
It's still
Except for that
spinning.
broken one.
So this idea, what do you guys know about candle making? Like-
It's very therapeutic.
You start with the
Fairly
wick.
basic, but you
You
get
gotta
a
melt the
cylinder.
wax first.
A lot of you don't have to be wax. It could be you
We've
make.
made candles before.
Yeah.
Now I don't want.
We did Clone Willies. But we
Are
did
you
each other.
wanting to do? Are you wanting to do half semen, half candle?
No, the stupid. I mean, it's stupid.
It's my automatically assumption with you.
It's not.
Seamandals.
Okay, it starts this way. This is how my brain
Humbles.
works on stuff like this. Because we're sitting around thinking at our brick and mortar, like other things that we're going to sell when we're there,
Cannons.
retail items.
What the hell's that smell?
And so today, when I was out jogging around looking
Sweet and depressing.
for a black person, not finding one,
Hello.
My God.
I was thinking, I was like, oh, you know what we could do?
Sorry, Heather.
We could like make a taco scented candle. You know what I mean? You could sell taco scented candle. I bet that's a
I
thing.
think it
That is-
exists.
I know, but it would be ours. And
Yeah.
and I was like, I wonder. Then my dumb head, I was like, I bet you just take old taco grease and put a wick in it, and
That'd be it.
that might be it. And maybe not. Don't make me think that that's just how simple.
We
it
could
is.
you
add
gotta
some
get some
wax to it.
paraffin.
We'll get some paraffin to it.
Yeah.
It'd be a little bit of a fire hazard.
I think
No.
so.
Oh, now they're the pro.
As long as it's
now they're
sifted
frozen
He
paraffin.
and
made-
you filter
He
it.
made bacon grease
Well,
ones for us.
Either
Right
way,
here.
It's
I
a
don't.
grease fire.
Yeah, it's a grease fire. I don't know the safety, but yeah, we'll get the experts involved. And it doesn't. I don't care if somebody lights their house on fire, but it got me thinking. It's like, you know, it'd be even better
It's in
So
the house.
you'll
It's
also sell
contained.
okay extinguishers.
is if I could get myself into a craft show. Like the whole point of this is for this one thing to happen at one moment in my life.
Yeah.
It's like a bucket list kind of thing, where my craft table sells celebrity vaginal scent candles.
Okay.
Gross.
So, and somebody's already done it. Remember that one lady that I think she's burned herself in a car or something. That she's got that goop.com.
The goop, yeah, the goop
Is that
chick.
Anne Hayes? She's
No,
that's
she-
not what you're talking about. You're
okay.
talking about the one that was
no, Anne Hayes just human candles. She just I
It
read
was
it.
Well, I
was
know,
a-
but she's
it was
not
an
the one that
actress.
sells her.
Oh.
It was an actress, a model.
I know who
chick.
what you're referring to is true.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
So Gwyneth Paltrow sells labia candles, woodwickers, and I think if you went with like, so say you have the table, and so who's hot? Who's a hot celebrity that we know?
Joe Rogan.
Paula Dean.
Oh, that has
Paula-
a vagina.
This is the wrong group. I don't like. There's got to be good
She
looking
comes with
women.
her own grease.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and it's
Hey,
it's
y'all.
that same.
You got
It's that
the
same.
like Greta Thunberg. Who else? Is
Greta
hot?
be good. She's 18 now.
There's no.
Or nice.
Celine
That girl from Stranger Things. Get that
I don't
smell.
know who that is. Okay.
Millie Brown.
Millie Vanilli.
So I don't watch a lot of young.
Well, I mean,
who is the surly one off the Golden
what about
Girls?
Tiffany Amber Thiessen when she was hot?
Tiffany
There
Amber.
you go. Tiffany Amber.
Yeah, we'll throw her in there.
Sure.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen. So I want like a customer to walk up to the booth and be like, "What is this?" I'd be like, "Oh, these are celebrity vaginal scented candles I've made." Like, "Oh, really?" You know. And there's Jennifer Aniston and
And this one's
Mila
grease.
Kunis and all these ones, and they get to the end.
The Mila Kunis one would
and
be
there's
hot.
an empty slot there. It's
for
no
yours.
candle. No candle there, no cup with a little wick in there. And they say, "What? This one? What did
Make your own?
What is this one?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Rosie O'Donnell." They're like, "It's not. Is it?" I was like, "Yeah, it's a good seller. It's always gone." Like, "Oh yeah, that's too bad." And I was like, "Would you like one? I got one in the back." And they'd be like, "Yeah." And then I just go back there and I shit in a cup, and I bring it out.
Stick a wick
and I
in it.
hand it to. I stick a wick in it. So yeah, there you go. And that's all I want the business to be. At some point, for me to take a shit in a candle cup and hand it to somebody. But I had to figure out a reason to make it work, Casey, with taxes.
This is the first idea I was fucking in.
What do you mean?
And then you shit in a cup, bud.
No, because it's Rosie O'Donnell, because I bet it stinks.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be her. It could be Paula Deen.
It could be Paula Deen.
It could be Paula Deen's inward candle. I poop in it.
That's true.
He's not going to shit directly in the cup. He's just going to go back and
Paula Deen's
dump the stuff
racist
out of his
candle.
drawers that is already sitting in there.
I was going to say he's going to scoop it
Hold
out
on.
of his underwear. I
Do you really think that Rosie O'Donnell, if you're thinking of the same woman I'm thinking of,
think it probably smells very similar to my wife's. And
Pete.
your wife's. And his wife's. And
that's
very similar to his wife's. I'd
was,
smell both.
It smells like olives and cherries with raisins in it.
I bet hers actually is better because she probably gets it. Even though she's gross, she still gets that thing pumped like twice a week or whatever.
Oh,
It was
Rosie
Rue.
O'Donnell.
Rosie or your wife?
She's a lesbian.
Yes,
It was
I
Rue
know. No,
McCallahan.
I don't mean sexually pumped. I think that's just part of their
Ritual?
yeah. They clean like her face. She don't clean.
Oh yeah, it's like
But
their
she-
holy
I
water.
don't think so. I don't think.
I think she gets flushed twice a week, man.
It's Rue McCallahan. That was the slutty one on Golden Girls.
Oh, that'd be a good candle.
Here's her candle. It's
Yeah.
$8.
Rosie guarantee
Smells
is
like
disgusting.
Have you guys ever
it's
seen
all
Exit to
natural.
Eden?
No, but I've seen
But
Beyond
she's-
Golden Pond.
Dude, she's hot in that movie.
She's got to be all about Mother Earth and nature and feminist.
Well, yeah,
and I
so
don't
she's
need to
using
do
that beeswax stuff.
Yeah, she's
So
rubbing.
nothing sticks to
She's
that.
rubbing quartz
Plus,
on her
she's just
scooter instead of
Clean
deodorant.
shaven.
I've seen
No, I'm sure it's bad. I was.
Powder. I've seen a lot of movies do, but
No,
not.
she's in a movie where she plays a dominatrix cop, but she's
There we
not.
go. Now
she's
you
a
have my
cop in it.
attention.
Yeah, she looked
She's,
decent in that.
yeah, she's
No,
not.
Rosie O'Donnell used to be probably like a
Still-
4. I mean,
yeah,
really.
now she's like a 2.5, 3. She's in Oklahoma 7.
I'm not against.
No.
It was just.
Oklahoma 6.
It can be whoever. It could be the
I know,
crappy
I'm
person of
just
the
sorry.
month.
I'll quit.
I got a picture of an Oklahoma 6, but
It's just
Be like
It's
AOC
that
or
guy that
something.
you rode behind on the
Yeah.
bike for a while. I get it.
like do it
Tell us
AOC.
some more about that.
Can never light it. You know what I mean? It's just
Well, he was a jogger
Clicks or
for
something.
years.
smells good though. I don't know.
I think the better thing would be if you just went around and did like a KFC candle, an OK Taco candle.
know. But then
a
I can
Taco
never
Bell
shit in
candle,
one. It's the whole.
Well, yeah, the Taco Bell one.
Yeah, that's
Once a
gonna
month
smell
you do
like a
the
squirrel skin
flavor of the
coat.
month, and that's the one you could shit the multiple of them. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I could do it. I guess I could put poop in any candle, but
Yeah.
this is the Ann Hesh candle. And you
Yeah,
just shit
you're
in it.
basically
I mean,
selling
anyone you want.
You could just label it as a gag gift.
So we
Hey, do you want
gotta.
to buy a
Yes.
You got an uncle you like to play tricks on?
I'd really
Here,
rather
great
you.
gag
I
gift.
just shit grosses me out more than anything. So.
you're not eating it. You eat your candles or something.
I don't matter.
What I'm saying is, if
My business partner's shitting in objects. You know,
I haven't done it yet, I'm just.
your
I
business
have.
partner
I love
wants
how
to
you say
shit in
yeah.
objects. You
that's
know,
fine.
It's gonna
Poop
happen.
burns, dude. In parts of the world, people still use big dumps for like firewood.
Yeah.
You know,
I
because you don't
don't
have any
think
you
that's
say-
true.
That's absolutely
Burns?
true.
No,
Poop
does,
earns?
it does
Burns.
not.
Oh,
It
I
earns and it burns,
was
dude.
gonna say that'd be a great T-shirt. Poop earns.
Yeah, and then the back it has a picture of a candle.
Nice.
You want to work from home, make $5,000 a week?
Poop burns.
Poopearns.com.
And on the back,
I
on
thought
the
you guys
back
were
of the
just talking about
T-shirt,
pooping in urns, and now that's fucking me up.
That's
or
another idea.
urns made out of poop,
Yep.
dried poop.
Oh my
urns.
gosh,
Yep.
what an incredible idea!
You guys,
Why
on
don't
the
we?
back
don't
of the
have- you guys have
T-shirt,
not
it
had
says
a building
"Earn and
yet.
Build
burn."
urns out of
Why
poop.
don't we start a
What?
business that claims that it does this, and then get on all the jobs, ZipRecruiters and stuff, and then have to have professionals explain to us how they could help our company. And interview that.
Great idea.
So here's what we do here. We like to take celebrity vagina scents. So we get out there and we do some research on them. We get it. Like, you want somebody that's been inside Greta Thunberg to be like, this is exactly right.
Her mom brought us some Greta.
Yeah. So you get, however you get it, you go get it. That's step one. Step two, we make the candles.
This is my favorite.
Your job is to market
I've ever had.
How can you market these? And by the way, this one is my shit.
Good luck.
And they'll be like, well, what I would do is I'd set up a social media strategy that perfect. Is that what you do? We've tried that. What else? Do you have any creative ideas? This table?
It smells just like room.
What's our budget? There's 4 cases of shit candles back here from the last guy who could have sell those.
If you say social media again, you're out of this interview. Get the hell out.
We only have $250,000 to invest.
Let's door this thing. Let's door this thing.
It would be fun. We'd always put remotely make $1,500 a month. You know, and people are like, oh,
wow, yeah,
I'll apply. Remember when I put a horse groomer on Facebook? I had 7 or 8 applications. It's for a podcast. We're hiring a horse groomer.
One of the chicks was hot, and I wanted you to bring her in for an interview.
Like, hi, I've worked with equine my whole life. I loved it. You're an idiot.
What is an equine?
We're not here for the blind, okay, you bitch.
I said horses, not porcupines.
What is that, one of those salamander ones?
We film it, dude, and that's our show.
Yep.
Well, that's a good idea. I'm sure that
I thought we should just
Bobby Flay
film I thought we should film like a what's that Shark Tank? But we're going to be
with bad ideas.
Yes.
Most of them are on Shark Tank.
I know. And most of ours
get
stolen. Every one of yours that you've done, you should be writing in a book, and then you just come pitch them to us repeatedly on a show.
Yeah, but I'd like each and every one. Can you imagine him walking out from those doors? Like, doors open, he walks out with water sticks.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm riding out on a human chair.
I'm in. I don't know what it is. I'm in. I'm going to offer you your full. I'm going to give you extra.
Fucking the whale farm. I mean, trying to
the whale farm was a great idea. I still think it's a great idea. I just don't got the freaking capital, dude.
It's hard to get a whale farm going.
Ooh, candlestick
stakes in the ground.
How little are whales when they're born?
Not very big.
Fucking huge. It's a whale.
Sperm size. They're sperm whales.
Well, no, but I know there's different brands
just
of whale,
but
I'm saying
ones
twice the size of that table.
I think it's like a dorm fridge.
Like, are there any whales that are this size?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Those are a porpoise.
Sharks, for
like a
sure.
narwhal or a beluga, maybe.
Oh, that's true. The narwhal.
Get one of those unicorn. Get those unicorn whales.
Yeah.
Narwhal. You take that name out of your mouth, narwhal.
Baby, well, baby, well,
It'd just be cool to
a baby whale's about 23 feet. A newborn whale's
I put it in the trailer.
23 feet can weigh up to 5,000 pounds at birth.
Oh my god!
So when I said twice the size of that table,
you're about right.
Yeah,
you were wrong,
dude. He knows freaking whale. That's why you're in here. That's why you're in this room.
That whale come.
Is that nautical pounds or land pounds?
Yeah, how much they weigh in water?
Is that water pounds?
I think they're similar.
23 nautical feet? Because a nautical mile is different than a land mile.
How many knots?
The average calf weighs barely over 2,000 pounds.
Dude, we're talking about whales, not calves.
No, a baby whale is called a calf.
Is that nautical kilos?
I just think
I don't know. I like your idea of candles, dude.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It'd be so funny just to buy them. You know what I mean? Like to be at a flea market or wherever people sell that kind of garbage.
That's crazy. They emerge weighing up to 3 tons.
Walk up to a table and have somebody be like, oh, hold on, I'll go get that one. And then take a shit back there and then bring it out. And I would know it's shit. Yeah. Like, I think of it as a customer experience.
Listen,
then take the lid off.
But do you not know how a candle works? It can't be a wet fresher. You need dried shit, bud. You need to have it back there. Your dream of fresh shit.
By the time they get it home and let it dry.
I think the point would be like, I don't think they're gonna light it. I think you're caught up on the part where somebody wants to enjoy
it.
You're stuck on the poop thing.
Yeah, you're stuck on poop.
Get off of poop,
you're buying
that's only a small portion
petrified
of it.
shit. It would be funny.
Well,
fresh
I think
shit wouldn't.
You're right. I think if you layered, like on real, like when it got to the bottom, it started stinking, so you know it's used up.
No, but even then, you still don't use it. But a petrified one, you can actually sit around and open up, show people instead of a fucking fly catching shit motherfucker.
I don't know. I'm a transgender freaking weightlifter, and you think you know more about candles than me. True. But whatever.
You just lost to
hey,
you
lost
like
to the
Phoenix Mercury's point guard in a weightlifting competition.
Mexico got a booth right beside him that has dried fruits and dried meats.
Yeah, but he also sells
and
fucking
on the
Vietnam.
last, it could be dehydrated apricots, dehydrated apple slices, and at the end, dehydrated poop.
Yeah.
Right next to one another, he can just grab some of the poop out of his booth.
Dude, do you think there's a Hunchback of Vietnam?
Well, he would know. Did you know a hunchback in Vietnam?
Holy shit. That's
what if we did
all them GIs got scared. Why the Hunchback of Vietnam?
What the hell is that? It's coming right for us.
Is he like the guy in 300?
It's a Vietnam hunchback. It's a fucking giant symbol, man.
Oh,
dang, dang. It's like
I had a Vietnamese customer to say, I'm Vietnamese. That's smart. I think about it.
Man.
I
had a better idea than my candle idea. That was just for fun.
Okay.
Obviously, it could work.
Celebrities' favorite foods, we just put them in jars. Just mason jars, and it's like Rose McDonald, lasagna. You know,
like a chicken nugget. Like
yeah,
Paul Rudd, one nugget.
Paul Rudd, one nugget. It's got barbecue sauce.
Wolf Blitzer.
And we'll sign the outside too. It's like,
it's just funny because we'd come up with the celebrities, and people are like, who the hell are these people?
Right.
Snake Bliston.
You know Don Lemon.
Yeah. Oh, he got promoted.
Yeah.
Don't make I sent a care package to him.
Don't forget about his brother Jack.
I'm talking about Don.
Or how about a booth where you give out celebrity parents' autographs and just get random pictures of older men and women and have them sign it as Steve Stallone, Sylvester Stallone's dad.
Nice.
Just celebrity lookalikes.
No, just their parents. They wouldn't even have to look like them. What are they going to Google? They're going to Google Jennifer Aniston's mom?
Edward Travolta.
Tom Cruise and John Travolta here today.
We're not selling tacos. That's a booth.
That's a good idea.
Would you like an autograph?
I do have this idea. I do think could work because it already is happening. People are already doing this, but for whatever reason, I think it's political correctness or something has stopped them from really capitalizing on their business. So I was watching it's kind of like a PBS NewsHour kind of deal about 9/11.
Stop us.
Just kidding. Okay. What about 9/11? It'd be funny if I was watching that. I was watching a PBS NewsHour about this restaurant. This lady, she retired, but she had a grandson that was mentally disabled. But he was a good kid and he was a hard worker.
Pizza store?
Like all that. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah. And there's probably was a pizza store. So they started this restaurant, and everybody that they hire is mentally disabled, and in some fashion, but some a little better off or better with customers and others, or whatever.
Right.
I love that idea.
Great idea.
And as much as we loved those Love on the Spectrum show,
I saw her again randomly on a different one of the gals.
So you get that spectrum. You know what I'm saying? You get that those people, which is to me my favorite people in the world.
Yes, they're the hardest workers.
I bring them into a place, hamburger joint. We call it Asburgers. How is this not happening yet? And you order off the Spectrum menu, dude.
Yes. I would fly because it's been successful before. Because it's weird that you said that because I saw it last night. I was in a rabbit hole. I saw not only the gal because I looked at it. I was like,
it might be even local. I mean,
I know who this person is. It's from Love on the Spectrum. She was on there saying why some people cover their ears because it actually hurts. Loud noises really actually hurt. They're such a shock when they cover their ears because it hurts. It hurts their hearing.
It's usually because when
sensitive senses.
And also they're probably surrounded by poor people.
Noises in.
It could be for some people, but a lot of people when they hear loud stuff, even you don't have to be on the spectrum to do that.
All you gotta have is a great product. You know what I mean? And
like a hamburger.
And a hamburger really is great, but it's a great hamburger.
Yeah.
People will be like, I'm going down to Asburgers today. We can get the damn, there's this weird
cheese, the Gouda.
There's this weird thing in society. It's like, we don't want to talk about it,
Yeah.
No, put it out in the open.
Right.
Go down and support Asburgers.
Right. Well, like I said, I saw her, and then the video right after that was a pizza shop, and it had people on the spectrum, and people
but
love
they
it.
don't say it. They would say like Carl's Pizza. They
Yeah.
never say.
Yeah, it was something like that though. It wasn't
It wasn't like a reference. It's not like down Down syndrome pizza. You know, it wasn't anything related to what they're actually trying to do.
Downtown pizza.
Yeah, Downs pizza. Yeah.
No, it was like
DS booty
like
pizza.
Chris's
You know, you get one of them Down syndrome butts.
But there were so many people come in there and order pizza to support not only them but the business and whatever, and the business model, because I think it's awesome. But they take their cameras in there and they videotape their order, and kids go back there and help with spinning the dough and stuff. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's genius because
you're doing something good.
People they need to work.
They want to have a job. They want to have a purpose.
Work. They want to be sociable.
They want to have a purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you have a job and you work at a place that before it was what kept you from being. Now you're proud to be it.
Proud to be it. Yeah.
You're an Asperger.
Well, would you have the a real kitchen with a secret door that gave the real food?
No, it'd all be those little plastic ones that you stick with.
Well, I'm saying because like if you got the full spectrum,
people have Down syndrome.
You have the full spectrum Down syndrome on the grill. You know, it may be horrible.
You would
food.
have to hire somebody.
What is that called? An easy bake. There's like 50 easy bakes back there.
Well, you have the customer. You tell the customers, hey, our employees love it if they do good work. So just get their food from them. Pretend it's tasty. We'll give you real food out of this window over here.
I would let them.
Because they like get the tray and it'd be like 2 spools of thread in their shoe.
I'd eat it.
The hilarity of Asperger's would be the preparation and the head chef totally left up to them.
That's great.
I want there to be chaos sometimes.
No, dude, it'd just be mac and cheese like nonstop. It'd be the best mac and cheese ever.
Oh, there'd be some nutso stuff going on, but it'd be so fun to just be working there and be like,
so
hey,
many poop candles. You know
Bradley, what are you doing today? Like, what are you doing with that kimchi, dude?
I made it.
It's like spread it on the wall. Use the spatula to
What's
get
the
it
special today? Salt burgers? Oh, so burgers with lots of salt? No, just salt.
Yeah,
salt.
Just mixed a bunch of water and salt and
With
hardened them
salt.
together.
I rub it in my hand. Sorry, I shouldn't be like that.
I'd buy it. I'd be there every day.
Why tell them what? That's the point. You get in there now. You're telling them how to cook a burger,
it, and then take a picture of it, and then put it. That's what I'd be known for.
I just don't understand why we would want them to conform to what everybody else conforms to.
Yeah.
Go do your own thing.
Do your thing.
It's Asperger's, dude. Make what you want.
Whatever.
What kind of burger?
Asperger's.
But how much would you pay him?
No.
How much would you pay him?
$1 million.
Because they're going to be too little. If you gave them too little, then
what's minimum wage?
then everybody would say you're just
Half of that.
Everybody would say you're taking advantage of them. But if you give them
Yeah.
too much, could you imagine? Yeah. Some 6-figure earning
Oh yeah.
full spectrums.
It's like when
running
you
around.
when you give a Saudi like $1 million.
They just
All of a sudden there's a
evidence
tiger in
everybody.
jean shorts and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
but
liberal,
in this case, they'd be
liberal
buying a lot
agenda
of
is.
socks and underwear.
6-figure spectrum running around, giving their money back to everybody.
Watching Jeopardy, like. Yeah, you're right. I think that
Anyway, I hope your travels are going good, Steve.
they're.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what I would pay
Yeah,
them.
20 hours.
You know, I think that it's kind of up to them. I would make one of them be the accountant. You know what I mean? Like.
You got one of those green visors on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd have
Big
outfits and
old-timey
costumes.
calculator.
Like, you guys pick out which costume you
Whatever you
think
want.
your job is,
Right.
and then go do it.
Calculator. I say that's an adding machine, sir.
I'm just sick and tired of these people, living in the shadows, basically. When I know they're the funniest people in the world.
What do you mean by shadows?
Not living with a shadow.
That's
It's not Detroit.
No,
dude. That sparked an idea.
Happy birthday, Ivy.
Living in the shadows. Haunted house. You always got to hire the high school kids to scare kids. You get your full spectrum kids out there to work the haunted house.
Oh,
Could you imagine going through a haunted house and seeing some of them flying at you with the mask on?
Well, but it'd be funnier because it'd scare them more when you get scared by them.
Yes.
Yep. This is a one-room haunted house.
Yeah. Just walk in there.
Oh, look, they got fake poop on their hands.
Well, you
But
could really,
Conrad's like, I came prepared.
you could really delve into people's phobias.
Conrad would be perfect
because
I'm
some
pretty
people
sure
don't
he's
like dwarves.
lower spectrum.
I
But
definitely have.
And then you dress them up like a
Little bit.
clown
Oh.
or an Oompa Loompa.
I don't know if you're
and
an
people
Asperger
will
or an
lose their
autistic,
shit.
but
I'm not going in there. I'll tell you that much for sure.
Well, just let me be in charge of the hiring.
No, I'm a phobia. I got a phobia of kimchi. So It'd be hard enough to go in the kitchen if
The cabbage or the
Asper.
girl?
Huh?
The cabbage
Either
or the
one.
girl?
Off of the
Either
wall.
one.
Yeah, dude.
Either one, dude.
Yeah, I heard she fucked the Hunchback of Vietnam.
The Hunchback
She's a
of
love
Notre
child.
Dame. The Hunchback of Vietnam. The Hunchback of Park City.
He's out there.
He's out there, man. I don't know. It's stupid, I guess, to want to give back to those who don't, aren't mentally there all the way. I guess that's an inappropriate thought. You throw it on Reddit and you get freaking blown up, and all of a sudden reporters are calling you, being like, "Why did you're making a mockery of this horrible disability?" And it's like, okay, we can go back to never talking about it and acting like it doesn't exist, like we do homeless people.
Speaking of homeless people, just ask Flossie. She's the Hunchback of Oaklawn.
Yeah. A lot of hunchbacks out there.
No, she's a humpback.
Yeah.
Which
why they call her Flossie.
Would be a great whale for the whale farm. But I don't know. What have you guys been thinking about?
Here's a Greta candle if you.
I think a Greta candle, it'd be salty.
Yeah, super salt.
She'd like to lay out she's always on a raft. Your skin gets on when you're on a plastic raft in the sun.
Greta Von Salty.
It's grainy.
Salty.
Pruny.
I think it smells like cedar.
Oh, I was thinking about this when I was watching billiards the other day.
What? Billiard?
On TV or live?
The game?
One of many. Billiards is a category.
Okay, but
what you can do within
watching
billiard
pool?
Is anything. There's crazy stuff. I watched a billiard with no pockets.
That's not.
Yep. It's a certain brand of billiard. Been around 200
Is
years.
that the one that's got little mushrooms on the table?
Well,
that one's different. Bumper pool.
Well, no, this one, there's 3 balls, 2 competitors.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, these people are foreign, and usually they have bowl cuts, which is terrific.
Hunchback?
Hey, Mo!
And so they grab their sticks, they screw them together, they walk over, there's 2 balls, they hit them in different directions for no reason. There's a 3rd ball out there. Your job, if you win whatever that initial thing was, that nobody explains, because it's like, if you were here, you should know. This is billiard TV.
Right.
Like, if you stopped here, you should know the rules. We're not going to tell you. And they'll hit one, each one has their own cue ball, and their objective is to hit the other ball and the cue ball of the other person in one shot. So there's no pockets. Your job is to like bank it 50 times.
Do you get a point, or you win the game if you do that?
You get a point, and there's matches and sets. You know what I mean?
You go to like 21 or 13.
Yeah, I don't know if you go to. I think you went to 8, but there's like 7 sets in that match.
Did you just throw out 2 random numbers?
Yeah.
No,
or do you actually know?
No, those are just common numbers you go to.
You go to 745 or 6.
No, 7 or 13. They're just common numbers. Like volleyball goes to. I pick volleyball and.
But it is interesting because you'll get like in this instance, it was a Frenchman and Asian.
Oh, so they were just doing the prime numbers.
Chinaman probably, and
that's not good.
So this guy they walk up. There's 40 seconds, and there's a person that knows like how to tell time, so they're kind of standing there.
Right.
You got 40 seconds it's like to do what? To hit every rail on this table and those 2 balls. It's like, then I win? No, then you do it again. Do it 8 more times for 7 sets or something. It's intense. But what I was noticing is they started at some point, and I left billiards a long time ago.
Yeah.
Put my cue away.
Yeah. Well, when it started to get popular again, you left. You're like, this is getting too popular. I'm out.
I thought it was drunk Chip punching you in the nuts.
Yeah, it's always a niche sport, know, and I didn't have to worry about the riffraff getting in there. But all of a sudden, you go to a pool hall and it's packed. It's bananas in there. So I got out of the billiards game. But since I've left, they started creating billiard gloves.
Oh,
yeah.
No, those been around.
Those are just driving gloves.
Where it's a driving glove, but they cut the bottom 2 fingers off, so you can still have.
And they got a slider in there.
They got a slider in there,
nice.
So you can get no more chalk. And that got me thinking. I've never seen a black guy play pool, but do they need chalk?
A lot of them play pool and
chalky fingers naturally. Maybe they'd be great at pool.
That's a damn good question. Maybe they don't lotion their hands very much.
Oh, Ashy Larry'd love it.
Yeah.
I mean, people of that culture, they have an issue with dry skin. They got to do a lot of lotion. So if you're an African American pool player, you don't lotion your hands. Right. It's boom, automatic.
It's a hustle sport. I mean, they're notorious. They don't. A lot of pros don't play because they make more money hustling.
I know that black people will pimp woman next to pool table or sell drug next to pool table, but I don't know if they'll actually play billiard.
No, not billiards. They'll play a thing called 9-ball.
If you're talking about drinking out of a chalice,
I mean, you
sure,
don't know who Jackie Robinson
Talking pimp cup.
of Pool is? Sescresco Murray. I mean,
that's not a black man.
That's not African American.
Yeah.
That's a German American.
he's
or
black
something.
as shit.
I know,
Yeah, but that's like saying
America.
Bernard Hopkins is black. Like
You
we're
need to
talking
watch
about
more,
our black, not
Chappelle show.
that black. Talk about the right black.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle would be one.
Just watch more Chappelle show. You'll get an
There's
education.
not a lot of pool
Is Eddie
halls
Murphy not
that
black?
urban youth could go to.
He's white black.
Too rich.
It's not really a ghetto
His
sport.
nickname's
It's more of a
Smokey.
white trash sport.
I just think, have you
Bocce
ever?
ball's more of an
Casey probably doesn't know this. Casey, some of us in this room have shaken a black man's hand.
Yeah. Chalky.
Look him in the eyes.
I don't.
And it's because of that.
I've
Chalky.
shaken
Dry.
a black man's hand. I mean,
It's because of that I know when I'd shake it, like this
They
guy'd be
usually-
great at billiards.
it's usually like butter, like some sort of like shea butter or something.
Yeah, because they lotion all
no,
the
they're
time.
just they care about themselves. They're etiquette, clean people who
They
care
lotion.
about their.
Ain't nothing but Popeyes.
Well, I'm not doubting their hygiene.
They're great pool
Casey, we're talking about
players,
black
and
people.
athletes. They're great.
I'm not commenting on their hygiene. I'm commenting on. You sound like my wife. I brought this up to her. I was laying there in bed. And I bring it up because we're watching billiard TV. Because I called her in.
I just don't know
check out what they're doing. There's
Look at
no
these balls.
pockets.
And she's like, I've seen him. No, on
Yeah.
the TV.
Honey,
yeah.
we still got one sport.
And I told her the whole thing. I was like, look, they're playing this. And she's like, this is ridiculous. Wild. That people are watching it. There's an audience, and
Conrad's
it's on
all
TV.
oiled up, wearing a Speedo.
I said, man, don't you think that black people would be really good at pool because of their ashiness? And she's like, I can't believe, why would you say that? I was like, this is common knowledge. I felt like I was going into a common knowledge arena here.
I'm on board with you.
I'm not saying it's a bad
We're
thing.
tracking the same thought. It's not.
My cousin Brandon has the driest hands.
Yeah.
They're
Have you
all
not,
these
is
dry
he
and-
black?
No, but I'm saying like that affliction can happen to everyone, but
it's a
black
known
people
thing.
all have it.
They always got a
I
lotion to
have
get
dry
ashy
hands,
skin.
but that does not. Would you dry hands does not make a pool cue slide good.
What do you think chalk is?
That's what it's doing, is drying
It
your
reduces
hand.
the friction from the moisture on your hand.
You don't
No,
just,
it
you don't
creates
put
a slick
Astroglide on there.
surface. Dry skin
Which is
doesn't
another
do
way-
that.
Which is another
Dry
way to
skin's
say
rough and
it reduces the friction
scraggly.
by removing the moisture.
Saying that an African American or just an American that happens to be black would be really great at
just think
billiards
'cause
is
you're
not a
I think
crazy
you're
thing to say.
correlating ashy
Just go ahead, just
with
get some of
powder,
that-
and
Let's
that's
get some of that graphite.
now maybe
Nah,
if,
nah,
maybe
nah.
if they
That's what
jerry
ashes
curled,
are.
if they jerry curled, and then got some of that grease
Casey,
going on
ashes
there.
Write that
So
down.
you're talking craps now. Now I'm in.
802. Thanks,
Push
Casey.
the button.
That
If
was
somebody
but
wins a match and then yells the rinse too damn high, you think that that's not
Yeah.
going to be great? That's going to be a great match.
It's going to be great TV.
Oh, and you know those old timey black dudes always have like those secret tricks to whatever they're doing. Instead of getting
Oh,
like the
yes.
chalk cue, they'd grab like I use my rat decon every Q-tip. Never miss with that.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. They'd have like
They get
some
the
weird,
lighters out and stuff.
like we'll do like alligator skin on our hand. What they'd have stuff like, no man, this is a leather, premium leather. I took it out of a 1977 Dodge Charger. Wrap.
it would have been a Coupe de Ville or
Uh,
Paula, but
But you did remind me of something. So, no, I've been watching a lot of videos because I have to repair the car.
yeah.
So I get lost for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the top, because it's like, the top radiator hose have an O-ring in it? Does it? So I'm trying to find out. I got into like 3 videos. Some guy's like, yep, it's right here, but you can replace it with this, but you might need a little lube to get it on.
Astroglide.
I swear to God, he grabbed a fucking thing of Astroglide
Yeah.
and put it on there.
I was thinking about that today. I was thinking about that when I was putting the clutch on. Like I should just use personal lubricant.
It's what
So
he
did
used.
that just put it straight in
It's
the
it's
butthole?
water braced, right? You can do that.
Oh, it's fine to use, but I can't believe he's like, I just have
Yeah, I
this
just got
laying
this.
around. Yeah,
Did it work? Did it put it right in the butthole?
it went right in the butthole, and
Okay.
it stuck.
I heard this
Oh, man.
or I read this crazy article. It's
That's
kind
why I
of
love YouTube.
It's just it was out of the.
Yeah.
You're watching car fix-it shows. The last thing you think is some guy's going to go in there and grab his personal Astroglide and stick it on
Oh,
a car
yeah.
part.
and that gets me thinking.
It wasn't his. It was his
maybe
son.
that's all he uses it for.
Maybe, but that's a
Bullshit.
pretty big bottle.
Well, you know how
Maybe he does a lot of radiators.
Yeah,
sometimes the internet
we'll go with that.
will have like trick stories to trick you to click them. You know what I mean? Like the headline is got a question mark in it or something,
Yeah,
and
do
you
you
go,
like big boobs?
whatever.
You'll never believe what
Yeah.
Trump said on the toilet.
Yeah, that thing.
It's the Hunchback of Vietnam. Found him.
So there was a headline that got me because I thought it was interesting, and it was doctor explains how anal pregnancies are not so rare.
Okay.
And I thought,
I'm clicking.
yeah, well, it's like, you know, with me and Eric getting ready to do our thing, and
So are they saying getting
Start a
pregnant through
family.
the anal,
Yeah.
or it's
okay to
delivering
say.
them through the anal?
well, up until this moment of reading it, I thought it was impossible for us to father our own children, but I wanted to read further. And so I clicked on it, and I get into that story. There's 3 ways that has happened.
Okay.
First way is you have anal sex with the person on their, then they fall asleep or pass out on their stomach and don't go what.
Assuming they were asleep. They
So
were awake
what
when
happens
it happened.
is the ooze oozes into the
canal
that
Soupy,
is
yeah.
a
the
vagina.
lower canal if they're on their
That's
stomach.
so much better than what I thought you were going with this, because I thought you were talking about breaking through that membrane in between
I've been
the
insane in that
rectum
membrane, yeah.
and the vagina.
It's saying about that membrane, dude.
If you break on through to the other side,
Yeah. Yeah, you
No.
could you could probably go, I don't know how that would work.
Well,
He's
you'd have
talking
a
like
poo
a
baby.
fertilizer washing off the field.
Yeah.
Going into the
You'd
ditch.
make a,
Then there was
you'd make a goo baby.
the toilet where they don't wipe, they just go to the bathroom and splashes back up.
another option was like you did it and then apparently for whatever reason you decided to then go into the other.
Oh.
So you were in there and then you went in the other one,
Little
you went back in
forth,
there,
slip.
back back and forth.
Yeah.
Little
That's
back.
just a UTI.
Yeah, they said that in there. Like you might get UTI.
Like you finish off in the back alley and then you're going for a cool down loop.
Like your baby might be holding a big old UTI present when it comes out if you play around like that.
Look at this.
You're gonna
Back
want to drink
alley. Is that the new
juice,
abortion
honey.
clinic?
And there's another one, but the other one didn't matter either. I was so pissed off because all of this had to do with there's still a vagina involved.
Right.
Yeah. Gross.
So why'd you clickbait me and say there's anal? That's not an anal pregnancy.
Yes.
So you might have only had anal sex and then the person got pregnant.
Yeah. DearNBC.com.
I'm
I
pretty
wanted
sure-
to know about anal pregnancies.
This is a
was I
Don't
vagina.
ask
upset.
about it if you don't want to know.
Well, I mean, they put it right there in front of me. Sure, I was searching how to have a baby out of my ass, but that was days ago.
Yeah, they keep track.
Yeah,
It
that's
goes off
true.
your Amazon purchases. That's why it popped up in your feed.
By the way,
Right.
I had this thought too, that your candles reminded me of. I thought of this thing where you come up with this regular product. So let's get a soap. Let's get Dawn liquid detergent.
Okay.
Put something else in it.
Lemon scented, Dawn lemon.
Yeah,
scented
you make
soap?
it any. You can make it any kind of scent you want. You get your own bottle, get your own sticker, but then name the soap company like Butt Babies. You know what I mean? Like or anal birds.
That would be perfect fitting for Dawn lemon scented soap.
I think goo
And so
baby.
when people type that in, you'd be first on the list. You know what I mean? Don't label it soap. Label it something else.
I got you.
Like
that makes
belts
sense.
are us, but
Right.
the belt is it could be like lemon cake.
So like you're
We just call them
basically
belts.
you're SEOing,
Sure
your
is.
search engine optimization
Yep.
product.
Product.
So you're selling a soap, but you know that people
Casey's looking for stuff to fix his legs. What if I had a red velvet cake, a delicious red velvet cake
called the leg fixer.
called
Whatever.
a leg fixer?
Yeah. That makes sense, dude.
Or do
My
a
leg-
video of how to repair an upper radiator hose on a BMW.
Exactly.
And it's
So-
something for you.
So
I
like
think we could corner the market.
Latino teacher
Yes.
in yoga pants.
That is just my beef jerky.
And
line.
you click it like this isn't that, but oh wait, it is a radiator hose.
It sounds
This is
good.
perfect.
We could corner the market on this brand of soap because no one has goo babies. We could have goo baby soap
Yep.
and then so many different fragrances.
I don't
It'd
know.
have to be something that
I'm still
you-
fighting with the FDA because of
Get
Shantix
that
for
goo
kids.
babies.
That's true. That's true. But if you call it goo babies,
Yeah, that's
they
true.
can't get you. 'Cause they don't know
You can't
what
get
it is.
got.
Oh yeah, if you sell a toaster and you call it like Jew finger burner, you're gonna
Yeah,
get a lot of
You're
people.
gonna get got.
Yeah, you're gonna get got. You're gonna get a Hollywood contract. What you're gonna get?
I'm just saying because Google is listening, you know, and if I'm
Yeah.
after a radiator
Hello
hose,
out
what if
there.
I type in radiator hose and boom, it's an off-brand of Twizzlers? I'm buying it. I'm
Yeah.
still looking for radiator hoses. You know, what I
Why
mean?
are they called nooses, dude?
you know, they're called nooses.
Licorice nooses.
Bubba Watts.
Yeah. Bubble Watts the snacks. That's not right.
That's not right.
That's not even nice.
No, it's joke though. It's just comedy. We try to do a comedy show on Fridays.
Yeah, Monday through Friday.
That's why we're here, guys.
Fridays, guys.
So,
and you
guys want to join in the fun? Think of something that's funny and say it. That's how you do it.
There you go.
There is a Goo Goo Babies.
Cleared the room.
Yeah, he already had a Goo Goo Baby.
Yeah.
I think Casey's trying to calm down his dogs.
Yeah.
And Eric had to go pee.
I think it's so. You know how and this is going to be kind of, I don't know if it's true universally, but it seems like it is.
Kind of a touch and go situation. What are we talking
Well, what
about?
I mean is, like, if you're in a relationship and
a standard
relationship, it can be whatever.
Phillips or straight.
Yes, slotted.
Slotted. Okay.
Yeah. But it could be Phillips. It doesn't really matter.
Whichever. Okay.
But you're with a partner that it's a serious relationship. It's not like meet at the whatever at the Whole Foods and then just go
or meet
yeah, whatever.
Meet at the rest stop.
So it's like somebody that you're with, and like sometimes the carnal act of desire that you do, making love to each other, that's like a way of relieving tension. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard it.
Where sometimes people in a relationship will have.
We should relieve tension with each other more often.
Don't you think that though? Like if you and your wife have sex, that
always.
Sometimes it's like
instantly, yeah,
to calm you down or to
make up sex. That's the whole point of it.
But is there a time like when you're in that act when you're like you're not trying to like go crazy. You're just like, just don't worry about it. This is nice, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like this, just don't even move. Maybe like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah,
there's no race. There's no rush here. I don't have to do, the crazy jackhammer moves and all. Put your head in a toilet. I don't have to do any of this. This is just like lay in the bed and barely move. Maybe not move.
Sometimes I just like to lay inside you.
Yeah, lay inside you like John Mayer.
It's more like you take your lone lava lamp to the morgue.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just I bet that for a lot of relationships, people when they've been together, they'll do that. They'll just be like, let's not.
I'll sleep inside.
Don't rush it. Just stay still. We'll get to the point where we rush it. Obviously, that's going to happen in this.
Stay pure.
But stay.
See, I think once and I'm young enough, I believe. I mean, I'm falling apart. I'm dying. Legs are going. But I'm young enough that I do have a hope that, not a hope, but a thought the kids will maybe not even be moved out, but both gone for the weekend.
Oh,
or something like that.
Of what they're doing?
No, I already get that. But Blaze and the boy always send me a weekend, laying in bed. Right after pick or like
Dad,
guess what we just
look at this boner.
It's more like guess what we just finished doing, like I got it,
Yeah, I was kidding, but that's all right.
We're close family. We're close family.
Yeah, obviously.
We're close
obviously.
Family. Wow.
But your fantasy is that they're gone so you can just lay in.
Yeah, like I think I don't know if that's not my fantasy. Well, I think that desire day will one day come.
Yeah, and that's
so hard.
In that moment, you will also at some point, but you're not gonna rush it. Is what I'm saying. And then I was thinking about that. It's like, that happens. It's not very often, but there's times when somebody's been like, seemed to actually enjoy what I was doing to them.
Who is that? When?
It's very rare.
I met her.
It was last week. It was there.
But the thought was like
Sunday.
I don't know if it seems like counterintuitive or something to be with a guy and be like, yeah, just don't move. Just put your dick in my ass, But just let me relax.
Why does that seem counterintuitive?
I don't know, because it seems like every time I'm taking a dump, it's like an
now
emergency.
We're talking Phillips. I'm sorry.
But like when you stick like
you think guys have that kind of control or care of control to where it can never be romantic? I feel like it's always predatory.
I don't think it can be romantic.
So you're gonna be able to walk around and weed eat all day with that.
Well, I mean, not with a guy walking behind you. He would be good to trim both sides.
I mean, like if you go to the gay parade and you meet a gimp, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And he's nice and he wants to come home with you. You think the gimp's gonna
be easy and be nice?
The gimp suit.
I don't think he'd lay in you and be nice about it.
No.
And I don't think you want it.
But I'm thinking somebody you're in love with, you might. same scenario.
You love
20
the
years
gimp.
down the line.
Yeah, you stayed with the gimp.
Why are you?
I'm just using him as an example. It could be anybody. It could be Thomas right there, our cowboy that rides the rodeo.
Your buddy, they're laying by the toilet.
Yeah, it could be Larper.
I think they probably do at some point. I mean, those guys, from everything I've heard, have so much sex.
Yeah,
all the time.
I know, but I feel like it would always be intense because it's.
Yeah, but most times
like
it is.
But I think they have
love.
But imagine all the times you've tried to have anal sex with your.
But I think it is.
They have their long-time partner.
Slow at first.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
quiet, so
it's not like it's if every
and it's hard to get Astroglide in a butthole.
Yeah,
without
hey, I gotta go to the garage. Why? I gotta get my Astroglide from the garage.
But if every day
I was just working on the radio.
is anal sex, like there's not like another sex for you.
Well, there's mouth, there's in between legs, there's thigh sex, hand sex. I was just talking about this at work today. I'm that close to being with a transvestite or a tranny because all I really want's a good hand job. I have to give those to myself.
Yeah.
Having a tranny that knows how to do it right would be great. I really just need some tits, and most of the time, all I'm trying to do is get in the butt anyway. Yeah. Well, I'm this close to fucking.
That's what I was kind of going for. It seems like in a lot of the adult entertainment movies, that seems to be
a common thing.
That
only when you've searched it multiple times.
I don't know.
I don't find it ever.
No, even when it's like
I searched it late at night. You know what I found?
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Turkey?
Yeah.
Gross.
It doesn't matter what you're searching for those sites. You can be searching for
on those those live ones.
I don't get on that.
That's freaky, man. They're just like you're searching through, and all of a sudden there's like you click in and like if you onto like the U-porns, and then it's like one of the girls pops up. If you instead of skip, you just click it, or you do it, and then you start searching them, and then you're like day 4, and you're into like the 3rd picture, and you're like, man, that could be a cute girl, and you click on it, and it's a dude jerking off. That's a cute girl. And then you're like out of that one, and then.
But no, I pay for mine because I don't like getting involved in that.
Now, Mexico, did you buy
Christian porn.
turkey jerky?
Only farmers.
Yeah.
Is this a form of penance?
No. I mean, I didn't. I bought it for somebody else, but I mean, it came up on my search.
I think he's talking about when one gets removed and they turn it to a thing.
He's talking about his business idea.
I just think it's like an awkward thing to bring up with your spouse. If you were wanting to do that to her, you'd be like, hey, can we do this? And they'd be like, I don't think so. I don't want you to do that.
No, it's
lay inside me?
Only in the back door?
Back door.
Not front door.
Well, how can you go to the front door of a guy?
Wife. He said wife.
Yeah, my wife.
Duh.
Yeah, that's just carp jerky.
I'm just saying, like, when you bring it up, not to say that every wife's gonna be like, no.
Well, does she let you regularly do that anyway?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's always. And I just think in a gay relationship, that's the only option, and it seems like such a hard thing to tell a straight person to do.
Well, yeah, but like I think if you guys regularly did it and she was used to it to where it wasn't uncomfortable and she just.
I don't know if I'd ever lay in there. You know what I mean?
I don't think I'd want to.
Yeah, but they're doing that. Or are they?
Well, if she didn't want to do it, you just call her a homophobe.
Yeah.
What, do you hate gay people?
Yeah.
Oh, and blacks?
Because it's gross?
Yeah.
The way gay people have sex is gross?
It's gross.
Oh, way to go, homophobe.
That's
Didn't know you voted
her,
for Trump.
So I called her.
That's true.
I did call her that, and
she said, okay, gay.
It'll all make sense once the stench hits the crowd.
I just, I want, like, just like my poop just wants out of me. When I'm inside my butt, I just want out.
Yeah, but I think like when you go to the toilet, you don't just like, I'm just going to sit here and relax and let it fall out.
Sometimes I do.
I'm going to sit here and daydream.
I think you try to get it out.
30 minutes on there, still just hanging out.
I just thought that there might be an element of romance that gay men miss out on. Is the whole point of it.
No, I hear what you're saying, and I keep going back
because I think they called it a soothing soak. And I've heard many men say, I'm going to go take a soothing soak.
They have so much sex.
Yeah.
It's just called soaking, man.
It is soaking, but I don't think you can do it anally.
Oh,
I got a gay buddy.
Ask him.
It's a weird question after I haven't talked to him in a couple years.
Yeah, but gay people are used to that.
Yeah, have him call in.
We only talk on Snapchat, but I'll ask if
Insta him.
Is he poor? Yell at him.
What's the yellow one? That's Snapchat.
Just give him a.
You only talk to your gay buddy via
Snapchat.
Give him a dick
pic.
That's what he messages me on, man.
I wrote my message on my cock for you. Here's a picture.
I don't think we do that. I mean, we just text.
I had this thought the other day.
I think they make love, but I think it's the older dudes.
that has.
How do I ask this?
A long time.
The guys on the show want to know if you do soaking.
Yes. I'm not saying that you most of the time it's been so long for most married people.
Younger gay gentlemen.
Yeah.
Even if they have their certain boo, which there's a new movie coming out we're all going to go see called Bros.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring it up. Have you seen the premiere?
No, but I can imagine it's about philandering with men.
Maybe.
Sounds like it.
I saw an ad for it the other night.
I just think that there's a level of intimacy that maybe homosexuals can't get. Just not because they don't want it, because the orifices that they have on their body don't allow for intimate, like gentle intimacy.
Gentlemancy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's. I mean, have you've never just like hung out with your finger in your butt?
No.
No. You've never done those pop. I mean, you did the
CBDs,
and you did butt plugs.
But I do them real crazy. You jump them in.
But you do butt plugs and you just leave them in there to soak.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Bobby Lieber coming to you from the future home of the LGBTQ+ museum. Everyone is really excited and totally
getting. I can sell my candles there.
This happens to be Bisexual Awareness Week, and no one has acknowledged it. Lesbian History Month was in March. Nobody said a goddamn thing. Of course, lesbians get a month and we get a week. So what's happening? Didn't you guys have an announcement? This is a little unexpected. We are in a throuple situation. You're in a throuple?
Let me tell you what's progressive now. Being alone. I love my life. I love my freedom. I love my independence.
That's kind of sad.
That I don't want to be in a throuple. I don't even want to be in a couple.
Bobby, I had sex with that 65-year-old.
Jesus, he's ripped.
I know. It's like they injected steroids into Dumbledore. Oh my God, that's Aaron. He's very hot.
Gay guys are so stupid. I know. But we've been smart enough to brand ourselves as being smart.
It's our little secret.
Love story.
You met a guy?
I don't buddies hanging out banging, though. This is you guys.
What are you into?
That's why
One of these
bringing
ripped
it up.
idiots with no opinions?
No, I'd like someone who's physically very frail and won't stop talking.
I bet he's as intimidated by you as you are by him.
I'm down for whatever. Yeah, I can do whenever and I can do whatever.
Cool. Whatever, whenever.
Don't think these guys soak?
Michael's got dancing.
Oh, Fiskiff, this person isn't gay. I need you to be honest with me.
You like these rowy, meathead idiots.
Oh, they're fighting. You like that?
Hey.
I can be tough like your boys. Oh, that's what you like.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, that's cool. My bad.
Story about you and Eric, dude.
Happy Pride.
Hell yeah.
Pride. Now I have to go to a Pride party and you're both too old to be in the
We would
pool.
both be the men
Please
and the
leave.
fathers.
These guys
People are
was
threatening
not.
to boycott the museum.
You can't say Lincoln was gay.
If we don't do this, we're letting the heterosexual terrorists win.
There are trans terrorists too. Caitlyn Jenner.
You are so different from me.
So true.
Very intense.
Truth line so far.
I like to keep things chill.
I can be chill, just like a manly man.
So,
I got you.
what is going on with you?
My whole life,
God,
I've
gays
prided
can't edit
myself
down a
on being
trailer. I know that.
self-reliant, but this guy has gone into my head.
We just watched the whole movie.
That wasn't a trailer.
That was a trailer.
That was a
dude.
load.
So we're all going.
Yeah, I can't wait to see
Opening
it.
night. I don't know when it comes
I'll
out.
have a ticket and monkeypox. Thank you.
Well, you didn't get your vaccine already? I got my monkeypox vaccine too.
Yeah, he comes free.
Yeah.
With every ticket.
And it comes twice.
Here's a pubic hair on the table,
Oh,
guys.
gross. That is short and curly. Casey, come on.
Casey, you and TJ got something to tell
Yep.
me?
Got something going on.
Leave it
You
here.
can watch. You watch part of it. You listen to it. I don't know if you.
I
watch
don't
the
see what's
video.
under the table. You got the camera going
Yep.
this way.
Oh, that's true.
You guys could be over here doing
Yep.
this kind of business.
That's
you
true.
know?
Own it.
You just told me like hand jobs.
I love them. From a buddy, not
Oh.
or myself, not my wife.
Eric, what do you think about all this shenanigans? You think gay people love each other? Or
Who do you think
gives
gives a better hand job, your buddy or your wife?
My wife. That's why I married her.
For her,
And she's my
hand
best
jobs?
friend.
Well, then that case is different.
And
I just feel like
she's helped me open up Asperger's.
I feel like Mexico would give me a better hand job than any woman's ever given me.
She's the
That's only
hunchback
because they
of
work
our
with their
house.
hands. I mean, you got to find a woman that
But
works with
I
her
think
hands.
any one of you guys in this room
You know what I mean?
would give me a better hand job than any
His
woman.
wife is a musician.
she's a musician.
You know how to not tug it the wrong ways. You know how
There's
to.
no difference between playing an oboe and.
I don't know. I was just trying to get one of you guys to prove me wrong.
It's a big old wiener.
I was just trying to get you.
Ivories. Tickle the ivories.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Anytime. Prove me wrong.
We all know Skin Man would give the best hand jobs.
Yep.
He'd have some sort of Eastern medicine.
Yeah. He knows what
point
vein
thing.
to touch or something. Like, hold your knee.
Skin Man's wife knows sign language.
Mm-hmm.
That's all with your hands, dude.
Herself off, so
yeah.
Eric's wife, guess what she does,
felt
dog?
what it's like to start and to
Sometimes
finish.
she types, and I've seen her type, and she types fast.
The only
It's
sign
like a
language I
million
know
words
is this.
a fucking minute, dude.
Oh, you did just yell. You just threw blood at me, dude. I'm gonna be a crip killer.
Sorry, that's my sign language.
He just threw blood at me. Gang sign. He just threw blood at me.
Can't say that on television.
Well, that's why he threw it over this way.
Yeah, I didn't want to put it on there.
So this is a W.
Yeah.
You put it up by your forehead.
And
you switch it, and that's whore.
Okay.
That's
see?
great in traffic.
This is white boy. A W and a B.
No.
Oh. What's this?
Eric, do you want to watch that
hear
movie?
what's brewing
That's
at
a
home?
flying asshole.
You want
What's
to hear
going on
what's
at
brewing
home?
at home?
Yes, I do. What happened?
I got this text.
This wouldn't happen in
See?
our house, by the way.
She texts a lot. Good with her hands.
Does Shannon have 3 nipples? Fox just told me he does.
That's Skin Man.
I
Skin
said,
Man has 3 nipples.
Did you ask about Shannon's nipples, or was that a random Shannon thought? And he said he was playing with his nipples, getting ready for bed, and asked why he has 2 and
Like you
Shannon has
do.
3.
Good
And
point.
he said that Gibbs told him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then he said,
you did tell Gibbs that.
I did.
And then Gibbs said, oh, no, I didn't say Shannon did. I said Conrad has 3 nipples.
Yeah.
So at what point in time...
But Gibbs should know that
either
because I
one of them
emailed
should-
him
And then
that.
he said,
did tell Gibbs that.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why or when you guys talked to my kids about how many nipples you have, but they remembered.
Yeah.
Well, he had
I
a
talk
shirt
to
off.
him pretty much weekly. Whenever he sends an email.
Via Snap.
No, he just emails me.
That's
I didn't know it was him at first. Then I sent me a picture. It's him.
I can't wait until you move in, Uncle Conrad.
How did you get this email? He's like, it's just your name.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's a good point.
I'd send him every week to Yahoo,
Yeah, eventually you get down to it, dude.
Gmail, Hotmail.
Who is
.com?
triple nipple at yahoo.com?
That's Conrad.
That's
My dad has 2 assholes, but
Yeah,
not
that's weird.
3 nipples. So
That was an accident, though.
fell on a pointy thing, which gave him a
so it stabbed his soul.
no. But he, like me, I have a
Deep,
long
bud.
crack.
That's deep.
Like it's a, I don't know if it's an Irish thing or a whatever. What am I, Polynesian?
Yeah, it's Polynesian.
It's Irish Polynesian thing. You get long. I get a freaking long crack on me.
Yeah.
Like my shorts are up. What you would think belly button. That's your waist. I'll still have a little bit of crack sticking out.
Yep. Hello.
And it's I get it from my dad. He's Polynesian, Irish descent. And one time he fell off of a table onto a pin that was sticking out of a mower deck, and it went into his crack. But it was 4 or 5 inches away from his real asshole, where the damage happens. But it went right in there. It's still there.
So that was a spinal tap.
Yeah.
But I don't know where our spine starts.
Much
Right,
like the
right
great
at your
band.
butthole. That's where it stops.
I think
It starts way up here.
it starts
like up in your skull.
or does it start at your butthole and
I thi-
end in your
I
skull?
think most people say it starts under your skull.
I
And
think
then it
that I
goes
have
down
like,
and in
you know how you guys have
at your butthole.
people have normal taints, which is
about 4 inches.
Taint the front, taint the back, but it's somewhere in between.
about this
Yeah,
far.
about a foot.
Yeah.
Good God.
But you get an upper taint is what I'm talking about. That upper
The
taint.
upper
Right.
part.
And I don't think I got spine back there.
That's the northern taint.
I think my spine starts.
You can have jelly spine.
I got a little bit of cartilage or something.
Yep.
You
A
know,
cartilage hook
that
holds your butt off.
hooks into my ass
Yeah.
somewhere.
hooks into your ass.
Yeah. Was that the prostate where your spine touches your asshole? Is that your
Yes.
prostate?
No.
Sounds right.
Where you
It's
touch.
got to
That's
hook
the-
around. So it makes your brain feel good
That's
when
the
they tap on
erection
it.
pump.
Yeah. Those are good videos.
That's on the inside.
I guess that is an actual question. Which
Speaking
one
of
of you has 3
assholes,
nipples?
happy birthday, Ivy.
Oh,
The boys need a response.
Actually, Zach does. Zach's the only
Zach
person
does.
I know that has 3 nipples.
Conrad too?
I bet 2. But they are engorged. They've been hurting. lately.
Engorged.
I've got innies. That makes any.
They've been leaking.
No, they just freaking kind of sore on the outside.
I get lumps around one of mine every once.
So Gibbs,
that's cancer case. That's breast
Gibbs
cancer.
is spreading rumors about me.
When it's really,
I'm not saying I didn't ever told him.
I like that.
Zach
He's worried one of you guys are touching his fucking kids right now.
He wouldn't worry about that with me.
Well, yeah, he would.
I'll hold his kid and I'll rock him to sleep. That's my kid now.
I know, but it seems a weird way to rock him to sleep with your pants off, bud.
I just love
our family's close.
We're part of folklore in the Bachman family. That's what I love.
I like that his kids
legend more.
I like that his kids just make shit up
about us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
About
infamous.
About
That's
our bodies.
The other side of the fame.
But I was going to tell you what I'm going to do
Good
before
year
I
for
come
that
over.
shit? What's
going
going
by
on
the
there,
Halloween
bud?
store and get me another nipple.
BOGO, dude.
8 of them, man.
What you working with?
It's a BOGO.
You feed a litter of puppies with these.
Oh yeah.
It's just there's
Gibbs,
no alcohol in that drink.
keep growing nipples, man.
One of the things. Okay, have you guys ever heard of Bobby Flay,
Once.
Yeah.
Have I?
the chef?
Who do you think taught me how to cook?
Yeah.
Not.
Now, I was watching Bobby Flay. It's called Beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
Is the
Iron
TV
Chef
show. You ever heard of that?
Beat Bobby Flay or yeah.
And
He never loses, by the way.
he was cooking Jamaican, like
pulled chicken.
a Jamaican breakfast against two authentic Jamaicans, but they're in America.
Yeah.
He didn't go over there, and
Yeah, because he couldn't win there. On
two women
territory.
and they were making banana whatever Jamaicans.
Yeah.
It's usually banana based. That's
Right.
just all they got over there.
What, they got pineapples and shit?
That was mixed in pineapple glaze and banana cakes. And Bobby always goes with, I think, like he had like pork chop in there, some thick cut bacon, some waffles, some stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it is a competition. I was led to believe. Like there's going to be tasters. There's like 4 or 5 judges
Sure.
that are going to taste this and say whose was better.
Right.
Did you beat Bobby Flay?
One bite to beat Bobby.
Right?
Yeah.
So in a way, it's just a competition, just like football or like billiard. It's just the same. So, and there's an audience for it. I've watched all 3 of those things.
Sure.
What if there was a family that didn't expose their kid to like sports, but did get super intense about cooking shows?
Yeah.
And, would be like,
Or
Bobby's going up against 2 Jamaicans tonight. What time? It's at 6:30. Oh, I'll be there. And like the family comes over and they bring little dishes and everybody sits around and they watch it. And like as it's going on, if there's Bobby drops a little bit of mashed potato on the floor, he's like, oh shit, he's gonna screw it up.
He's gonna lose.
He's gonna screw it up because he's mixing a little bit of it
every year.
He's gonna screw it up
every year.
He does this every time.
He's sweating already.
He said he was gonna be different this year,
dude. He trained hard this year, and then he pulled his chicken already.
Man, he
Pass the dip.
Hey, he cooked a good dish, guys.
He cooked with his heart out.
Look
that's
at
for
it.
Sure.
Looks like trash. He didn't play it.
I know, but it's like he's been on the road. We know what he's been doing. He's been traveling around cooking at the barbecue.
He's been doing too many of the commercials. He'd stop doing the
but
commercials.
He's got to make money to feed his family.
Focus on the craft. Focus on your craft.
Just think it would be interesting.
You cook.
If that existed, because it could exist.
It does.
Somebody that's super into.
You switch to the bad spices because they sponsor you. Yeah, those guys.
Like a competitiveness as a fan, because that's what we do when we watch football. We all sit around or basketball.
Have you ever been to any of those barbecue competitions?
All I know about Bobby
is I'm usually at the right.
He went to Italy with that one little gal that owns Food Network.
None of them there.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Giada.
Nick.
They're a thing now.
I would take a Giada candle today.
Yep. I bet you it smells like banana.
Smells like marinara sauce.
Dude, guys, my Lizzo just came in.
Yeah, I would get Giada.
Yeah, I could smell it from here.
I would soak in her.
I'd see if I'd make that candle. If I was making that candle, I'd make it be able to burn underwater.
Who would you rather have sex with, Giada or your priest? Go.
I don't know who Giada is. Who's Giada?
I'll bring her up.
If you've already had sex with one of them, clearly.
I'm in
Don't
between
answer.
priests.
Yeah.
Now I'm still thinking.
Sexually or
relationship wise?
I never got molested from a priest.
Pissed you off.
Thank you for clarifying that.
But I was an altar boy.
And I'm kind of starting to think you were, as much you talk about it.
Not by a priest. He wasn't.
No, I'm thinking by
multiple
a
people in
priest.
his family.
I'm thinking by a priest. He might have been.
No, we
And his
had
dad's
this one.
buddies and
They had
Just because you didn't finish doesn't mean it wasn't molestation.
we had a big old one priest that was
somebody
really
has to.
big, like larger gentleman. He carried an oxygen. He wasn't into movement. And then there was Father Tom, who was the Burmese refugee priest. He wasn't into that. But there was this little auxiliary travel priest. You guys ever see those?
Oh yeah.
That guy was creepy. He didn't do
You got to
anything.
keep your eye on those traveling priests.
He did ask me to smell his fingers once, but
They moved from town to town.
You?
Yeah.
It smell like candle?
Yep, smelled like my last candle.
Vienna sausage.
It smells like forgiveness.
Smells like carny fingers.
Let's push the button, make this wilt-a-whirl, man. Make it move.
That guy's got to get out in the sun without some sunglasses every now and then. You know what I mean?
It's just a hint of cabbage.
God, could you imagine how good their food is at
Oh,
home, though?
she's miserable.
Miserable?
It's
With
horrible.
Bobby?
She looks
She's
like
a good
she's
cook,
starving.
and he just makes everything he makes has a grilled jalapeno pepper on it. Every fucking meal he makes, I guarantee the show you watch, he roasted chipotle
You're right.
pepper.
That's why it's funny
Still
because it
rather
was in
smash
there.
Lizzo.
Yeah, well, that's Don Lemon talking, not you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Don got demoted. Days.
But he did get demoted.
All right, Rachel.
He wants to have his nightlife back. He even came out and said he
expensive
gets
all
his
of a sudden.
nightlife
Yeah,
back now.
you're going to compare Giada De Laurentiis to Lizzo.
I'm
No,
sad. I just can't
obviously.
watch
Jeez
Don.
Louise.
Wait, he
man.
wants his nightlife back now that monkeypox is around?
Yep.
I don't know.
Bad
He
move,
just, he's
Don.
got a relationship and he has a family and he just wants.
His ratings were garbage, and they moved him to the morning.
No, morning is popping, and a lot of
No,
people
it
move to
wasn't.
morning. Michael Strahan's on mornings.
That's a different network. On CNN.
I'm just.
I've watched it. Poppy Piper was
Michael
not very
Strahan
good.
was a football player, and then he got a job on mornings.
They're trying to compete with Kelly Ripa and
Don Lemon's a professional media person is working the same shift as a ex-former football player.
But I'm a defensive end.
And getting worse rankings, I'm sure.
Well, he hasn't moved there yet. You don't know that yet. He hasn't moved.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what. In Prague, Oklahoma, I'm tuned in every morning.
Out your mouth.
So I will be watching what Don Lemon does on
That's
Good
awesome.
Day CNN. And I hope he improves it.
What about his brother?
And if he
Jack
does, I
Lemmon?
hope he moves over to Fox and fixes that fucking train wreck.
Their morning show sucks now.
Every show they do sucks.
How come his
I'm
brother?
Peter Ducey.
Howdy. I don't know, man. Does Hannity still do? He's good.
Oh yeah, Hannity's
And
great.
they got fucking Tucker. He's great.
They
still got that one guy that has the rapper, the ex-football player.
They
that
got
sits in
Leo,
there.
the black former Democrat. Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
How come we don't hear anything
They got a
about
good
Don's
show.
brother, Jack Lemmon?
The Hunchback of.
That's his dad.
Oh. I just hope they start. They need to cook more on that show. What are you watching? Don Lemon hot sex pick?
Yeah.
Why is there a higher percentage of African Americans that have outy belly buttons than Caucasians?
I don't know.
It's just natural. It's a muscle tone thing. They have more muscle tone down there, and naturally, people
So that's how they get more air. Why they're good.
I
running
don't-
back.
I don't-
I think it's worse.
Look up white guys 6-pack abs. I guarantee it less than 10% have.
They're
have
scared.
outies.
People are scared to cut too much of their umbilical cord off.
Yeah, it's
doesn't-
got to be cord cutting. It's got to be the cord cutting.
It doesn't shrink off. They have
Is
different.
that systemic racism starts
Yeah.
at birth?
Yeah, it's when you use a hot iron
Fuck
instead
you,
of a
black
scissor.
No, but you cut it. No, you cut it the same. It just doesn't shrink. It's like a white meat, dark meat thing.
Casey,
Did
it's
you
all
guys know that
humankind.
Don Lemon's married to a white guy?
Yeah, a gorgeous white guy.
How do you think
I
Don
don't
got
know
his
if I'd say
job?
gorgeous.
He was a
You know what?
producer at CNN.
And I subscribe to Oprah Daily. I missed that.
I missed it too.
Yeah, he's super white.
They're big
His
fans of
mom
denim.
made fun of him. His mom made fun of him when he was growing his hair out because he never grew an afro like that when he was growing up. He always wanted to be a white
I did
boy.
know that Don Lemon had a wife before he came out as gay.
Yeah, I think it was.
Hated it.
She was beautiful too.
I don't know. I've never seen pictures. Here, let me see if I can.
Isn't it crazy poor people love cargo shorts?
First wife right there.
Yes, we do.
Oh god, 'cause they got so much stuff to carry around.
They
I'm
have no
wearing
money.
mine right now.
I know, but they got stuff.
Well,
But you can imagine the more money you got, the less pockets you got.
She's not hot. For
Getting the
sure.
golf
That's
slacks and all that,
You're right.
gross.
and you have all this stuff.
Yeah.
But poor people
Go
are
to
like,
the pictures of.
I
her
don't
now,
have
though.
like I got a checkbook in there. I got my wallet. I got my keys. I got my beeper, got my pager, got my cell phone,
my bandana.
But I need these other pockets in case I come across some shit.
Yeah.
There's an old oil filter.
Oh,
I'd use that.
Gross.
Rich people don't care about it. They don't need it.
Yeah.
Just order it.
Mom.
Casey's so poor, he even bought an auxiliary one. It's fanny pack.
Yeah.
Just put shit in. You weren't listening to my take.
I like shit.
I know. I just said poor
like
people
that.
wear cargo shorts.
I know. So you can have all your shit, man.
Yeah.
Keep it all with you.
But the people with less money, like you would think, are those shorts filled with money? No. Huh.
Stuff though, you got cards.
You just leave with an empty short every day and then come back filled with shit.
Yeah.
With treasures.
Fuck yeah, dude. You got bolts and nuts. You can put so much stuff in them.
Extra mirror.
I hated it when people finally told me cargo shorts are out of trend. It was like one of the most depressing days of my life.
Who told you that?
Who told you they were in trend?
Yeah, I never knew they were in trend at all.
What conversation did you have in a cargo short fashion?
They started coming out in social media. Once I joined Facebook, I started seeing cargo shorts.
You got cargo shamed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wore them a couple times until I joined social media. I haven't worn cargo shorts since.
If you ever see an African American in cargo shorts,
I wore them every
there's good
day
barbecue in there.
When I mowed,
yeah,
when I mowed, that was my go-to short, man. I had so much stuff in my
There's a
pockets.
pocket smoker in there, but
Edger blades.
Hold on,
and
it's almost done. Nope.
I cold smoke this cheese in my
Let
shorts.
it go. Let
I
it
had
go.
Trimmer parts
Let
in
it
there.
go.
I had extra bolts and nuts.
I know, but that's everything you're saying is like rich people would have no idea what you're talking about. You have wet parts?
Bolts for what?
Bolts for what?
What's a bolt?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just go buy them?
Are you talking about the runner?
Yeah. Why would
Like
you have
a
a poor
pin?
person get a bolt and fix your vehicle? What do you need a bolt for? I'm with you. I'm the same way. I have pockets full of shit all the time. And then I look at my bank account and say, oh, I'm poor. That's why. Maybe I should change my pants.
I don't think that's what.
Might be.
I don't know. I watched Zuck recently.
I've tried everything else except conforming.
That's next.
Yeah, when I start a religion.
True religion. Dude, that was my thing today, man. I'm starting a church.
So you can have sex with kids?
No.
Can we start a church that's
God,
that's
no.
for profit?
No, so I can get rich.
That's for profit because they're all non-profit. Let's
Yeah.
do for profit.
For profit God?
Church.
Yeah, pay
Yeah,
your
you
way to
can
heaven.
invest in it and stuff. Oh yeah. We'll freaking have our own.
That's like Scientology.
I'll pray for you.
Call
I'll pray
now.
one rosary for
Dude,
every $100.
There's this guy, a customer of ours has like 4 houses and all this stuff, and he's put it on my. Yeah, I own the church. I'm like,
and especially now with the many gays that are out there.
Yeah,
they all have money.
And first of all, you can't own a church. God owns the church.
Well, not if it's
you
church
just
to
work.
God.
You just
It
work
doesn't have to
for
be
it.
to God.
Yeah, it's a new God.
It can be basically like a stock
Not if
thing.
it's not at the church.
Everybody gets
larceny.
shares of the church. Right? Pump your money in.
I'm doing
You
the
get
cowboy
10%.
church.
Cowboys got a new quarterback to take over for Dak.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Coops.
Uncle Rico.
Get
Got
it,
his-
Coops.
Get his mail. Cowboys love getting their mail. I do know that. Oh, speaking of that, hey, what happened with our fantasy? How'd that work out?
Yeah. Who won?
Fantasy update. I had that pulled up a second ago.
No, but how do we? We're not supposed to do anything.
Does everybody
Yeah, get in there and
week?
adjust your lineup. Yeah, you,
I've added and
everybody's
dropped a
adjusted.
few.
Yeah,
I thought you said it was an automatic thing.
our league got picked automatically. We have to get in there and adjust it.
For instance, I had Dak Prescott as my quarterback. He's
Yeah.
injured now, so
You
I had to
can't
pull him and
keep-
put another
yeah.
quarterback
Well,
in.
but if I don't touch it, will it automatically?
No.
do it? I thought you said it was automatic.
No, it says auto draft,
No, you still have time.
and it auto
So I
drafted.
don't get to pick my players, but then I just have to get what I get.
Well, you can go. You can go draft. You can go get free agency.
Yeah, I picked one up on the waiver wire, man.
You got 15 points last night from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
So my
Who?
guys will
Clyde the
get
Drive?
off the bench if they're going to be playing a game that week.
No, but if I don't set it, will they take my bench guys and put them in
No.
the lineup?
No,
They do. They do
No.
it automatic.
There's no league that does
No, they don't.
that.
I thought you put the settings as automatic and we
You
let the
can't!
simulation
It's
do it.
automatic draft.
I know, but let the simulate because then
You
when
can't. There's no. That doesn't exist.
it's like Dan Marino Sports.
No.
You told us last time we were here that it was automatic.
No. Auto draft.
Did I win automatically?
No.
Yes.
He
Yes.
didn't win. I thought he did.
Yeah, you did win.
Well, see,
I was gonna do our week 1 then. After week 1.
So you're telling me you're in 19 leagues and you have to go into each one of them and fuck with it?
Yes. After week 1.
But like week 6,
the future Hot Wheel,
like
the future
everyone.
Hot Wheels, me.
Yeah. Right.
That's my new team name. Okay. The future King Hot Wheels.
Did you name it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're the David Dukes. Okay, so I'm 1-0.
Yeah, people are saying that that's racist. I'm talking about men who wear shorts.
You're 1-0. In our division, Team Mahoney 0-1. Phil Root 0-1.
And I want him out of the league. By
I
the way.
will. Chris 0-1. Zach 1-0. Steve 1-0. Smoothie 1-0. TJ 0-1, and Amy Victoria's Secret 0-1. She has got.
You say TJ won?
Yeah, he's 0-1.
Oh, good.
So what did I name my team?
3-0.
I don't know if you did.
You're the Flatlanders.
Yeah. This week's matchups are Coach
Super
Casey
Hansen.
and the future Hawking Hot Wheels
Who was Cart Buffet?
and versus Barbecue David Dukes. Right now, after Thursday's game, it's David Dukes up 15.8 to 10.1 over me. We have TJ and Chris playing. We have
get him, Chris.
Phil Root and Shannon playing. We have
we'll get to the root of this.
Smoothie and Skin Man playing this week, and then we have Steve Eldorado Gold and Amy Victoria's Secret playing. She has got so serious about fantasy so quick, it's hilarious. She's into it. She's hardcore into it. She's making moves and drafts and trades, and she's proposed to trade to all you guys. Nobody's answered back, and
hopefully it's for a kicker. She's got a good kicker.
No, she hasn't really, but she's looking at free agents, and she sent me. I was off yesterday. I had to go do some doctor stuff, and she sent me the game was gonna,
Oh yeah.
It wasn't until, but she was at work, and she said, "I got my lineup set. Is this gonna work?"
I will say this: I watched that game, most of it last night, which
it was bad until late, and then it was great.
It was an amazing game. It was an amazing game. As far as the
it's coming.
I'm a Chiefs fan, I think.
Okay, Mahomes is
just kidding. I'm not a Chiefs fan. Seeing what you would react to, but I do enjoy the environment that they have there, because it was like there's a billion people there.
Yeah, they get nuts
on a Thursday night.
Oh, they get fucking. There's nothing else going on.
And then with Kirk Herbstreit and freaking loose teeth Al Michaels in the booth, it sounds like college football, and everything that. The most telling part of it, go back and watch, if you wanted to scout for when Denver has to play him, go back and watch that game. You'll hear everything Patrick Mahomes says at the line. I mean, everything. And he's calling out all of his plays and like, don't worry, I'm just going to, everything. Blue, 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 blue. You go to the other team, that dumb Justin Herbert Beachbody guy, you can't hear that's why they lost. You couldn't hear a fucking thing. The whole crowd, you couldn't hear anything.
A lot of cargo shorts in that crowd.
It's the loudest stadium in football, man. Them and the Seahawks go back and forth.
Jeez. It was insane to see that kind of.
And now, I mean, they have similar quarterbacks. Geno Smith and fucking Patrick Mahomes, probably the two best quarterbacks in the
NFL. Another racist thing. Just because they're both black, Casey, doesn't mean they're similar.
Is Mahomes black? I don't think he is. He's Indian at best.
Isn't it funny that, you know who Blake
from Eldorado.
Not Blake
you know
Shelton.
That?
You know Blake Shelton.
I know Blake.
Your guy that you mentioned on your show, Blake Griffin.
Okay.
He is
the second
ugliest. He's the second ugliest
behind your
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
But both of those guys have a similar upbringing. Meaning, no, the dad is like super duper dark. The mom is like Irish redhead white. And that combination makes such a unique human.
It does, but athletic as shit.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's only two. I've only seen two, and they're both very athletic.
They're both very athletic. It's like
but they're like a
leopard.
Is it a butter? What is that weird candy that is not a Werther's? It's like a creamy looking. It's an old person candy. It's in the white wrap, or maybe you get it like a tan wrapper. It's kind of chewy.
Like a toffee of some sort?
No, because these are like they're more like a creamier butterscotch.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. But they're like they are a butterscotch or like a caramel on the outside, and then they're creamy inside.
It's just there's one candy that is off-putting.
Okay, There's a lot of candies that are off. Any cream-filled candy is off-putting. Those cherry ones that they're sugar or they're like sweet and then you get into it and it's creamy inside.
I'll put old white
Freak me
person
out,
candy.
dude.
Talking about the strawberry ones?
Oh,
Cherry
yeah.
mash?
Old white.
I don't know.
person
They were always
candy.
at my grandma's and you unwrapped them and you think it was going to be a sweet, like hard candy, like a Jolly Rancher type thing. And then all of a sudden you crunch into that thing and some fucking juice comes out.
Delicious.
Fuck you.
Abba
You know what
Zaba chuckles. It's not
You know what
that.
I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about.
Their skin looks just like bit of honey.
I was just thinking, as soon as you said Abba Dabba, I thought bit of honey.
Yeah. So Blake Griffin looks like a bit of honey.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it looks exactly
Beautiful
like that.
bit of honey, according to the ladies.
It's just insane. It's like,
He used to play basketball.
you think that God knew about that?
About what?
Like,
That he was
Candy?
a beautiful
assume
man.
that there's a God, if you can, Casey.
I think God is all of us.
No, but when he knew that
What if God was one of us?
he legalized
Just a slob
interracial
like one of us.
activity,
Just a slob like one of
when
us.
God allowed it,
Yeah.
God said, I'll allow this. And people started making love together that were different races. Do you think that he knew that
planned it?
A couple bit of honeys would squirt out of there?
I mean,
Or do you think that was like, oh no?
Bronze gods.
No, he knew.
Slightly burnt.
Oh, it's like when you first learn to paint, and you're like,
was
oh, put a little
black.
extra
He was
green in
hoping-
there. That'll be the perfect shade of blue, and then everything's just tan. You're like, what the?
I think he wanted Werther's original, but he got bit of honey.
But he was Indian, and he knew that he wanted everybody to be.
He wanted to look like him. That's not what Spencer Rattler looks like. It looks like a mistake.
I don't know.
Kind of looks a little bit like a mistake.
My son is not mistaken.
Some of the greatest
You think of
mistakes
that,
are
Doc?
miracles, you know.
I don't mind mistakes, dude. A lot
Water
of people
on
are
the floor. Okay, you clean it up.
I mean,
And
I've
I'm-
had doctors make mistakes for me.
Oh, dude,
for
I'm
years, and I can't
anti-abortion.
go
I
back-
love mistakes, and I love paying for them.
Yeah,
that's a Christian.
Anti-abortion. What's that?
He loves dump.
I'm anti-abortion. I'm against abortion.
You're not for him.
It's
Okay.
called being pro-life. That's pro-mistake, baby. I'm in for it.
Said I'm pro.
Most people like you would be like,
I'm anti-abortion, pro-choice.
yeah, you would be like, you're gonna have a Spencer Rattler. Stab, stab.
Yeah.
Squirt out. Try again.
Done.
If you could get a picture of your kid at 4, 9, 26 and decide at that point, don't tell me you wouldn't fucking,
My kids are both gorgeous.
I'm not saying yours. I'm saying
If my kid looked like Spencer Rattler,
Yeah, that's what
I'd
I'm
get a
saying.
divorce and not pay child support.
You talking about a future camera?
I don't know, maybe
Future?
Takes pictures of future things?
Yeah, maybe a few ramra.
Oh, it is possible.
Are you developing over here now?
Just saying. That's the big part
I
of
think
the story. Is you got a future
I'm
camera.
blind to both love of race, gender. I think all people are beautiful. I think I don't care. I just don't. I don't like Spencer Rattler as a quarterback.
Well, I don't care about that.
He's
I'm
ugly.
only judging him on his race and his way he looks. That's the
Okay,
only
I
way.
think he's ugly,
That's the American.
but I mean, I think he's a great person.
Well, I don't know about
I think
that.
he could do great things for somebody one day.
He could, but
No, you're right.
and he's a big fan of the show.
I don't think
why
anything's
I feel like
planned.
it's set
I don't
up.
think what I hate. That's the only thing I do hate about religion is that everything's planned. Is what I keep hearing, and that's what I struggle with. But other than that, I don't think anything's planned. I think everything's.
You think that God planned to build a world, but then it was like, but I want to have nothing to do with it after I build it.
No, I don't think that. But I think that I don't think there's an inevitable plan. I think that was the freedom of choice and all those things.
How did Obama get elected then?
Exactly. I don't think there was an inevitable plan.
It's not a plan. It's he just knows what's going to happen.
No, I don't think there is.
Yeah.
I don't think that's.
No, but that's what I just said. There's not a plan. He just allows to
saying,
happen
I
what
said,
happens.
I
He just
don't-
knows what's going to happen.
I don't know if there's.
There's only one person.
But I
that
can
has
tell
a
it's
master plan,
predetermined,
and that's
and I don't
Mandela,
know that it
right?
is.
It's not
Yeah.
predetermined.
That's true. That guy should eat.
He's got to eat, and he has a master plan.
Somebody give Mandela a corn dog quick.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like if I
Toss him
put a
too,
6-pack of beer in front of
Yeah.
Skin Man, I'm not forcing him to drink it, but
Let's
I know
try.
he's going to drink it.
Let's try it out.
It's the same situation. It's not planned out.
Well, not
I
all
know
at the
what'll
same
happen.
time.
Yeah, no, that seems
If any
fine.
of
You gotta
these
pace
things were
yourself.
true, then I would be with a man.
I think that someday you will be.
Yeah.
But I think that's all part of
Again.
the plan.
I think you're like Don Lemon, and you'll get there. But
I think God puts you in a position where it's like, man, it seems like this sucks right now. And
And
then
by
you
the
get to
way-
the end of it, you're like,
I'll still love you. I mean,
Yeah.
that won't change anything for me, dude.
I love
Will you
both.
guys love me if my legs get back to normal? If I do get fixed? will I be okay?
We don't think miracles like that can happen.
I mean, there's always a plan.
Yeah, I hope it happens.
Yeah, for your sake, or for your wife's sake, or your kid's sake.
My lips, God's ears. I hope it happens.
I hope you can walk your daughter down the aisle.
I don't know if you
someday.
I gotta take them with food, and I got steroids.
I want that for you. I want you to dance with your daughter in the sun and stuff at the wedding. I want all that.
Whatever wedding they have, whatever wedding they choose.
Yeah.
And
I don't want you to be pushed around in a cart.
If not, your grandkids are gonna love riding around on your lap on your scooter.
Yeah.
Hey, we saw a cool guy that had, because you're a Star Wars fan. He had the TIE fighter wings. And he's like,
yeah, you like Star Wars because we know that.
You love that Star Wars.
You would love that scooter. It looked like a Death Star thing.
The Death Star thing. And he would scoot around and he would look over the edge.
You could take it to the wedding.
Watch. He'd be going this way. He'd go this way. He'd look over.
Was he riding a bike and you pulled him?
No,
over
it was a
dog rascal thing.
Yeah, rascal.
Yeah,
get around a little rascal.
A
lot of torque.
Huh. I mean, I'm not saying I'm
torque.
I won't. I'm not against those people, but I'm gonna challenge this guy with at some point to a new challenge when I get.
See if we can get Spencer Rattler in one of
leg wrestle.
Yep. See if we can get Spencer Rattler every 3 with us.
Oh man, I don't want to.
No, I don't know. We're the 3 of us are gonna run a marathon or something when they fix me.
True couple.
I've already ran a marathon.
Allegedly,
Connor, I could push you through a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be like that. Well, have you ever seen that father son? He's a paraplegic. Like the son's, I think he works at Asperger's.
Oh, so wait, you get to tell a story about a cart, but I tell 2 stories and you make it.
Mine are quicker, and I don't go into detail.
Fuck off.
Tell us about
the boots. No. Tell us
about your boots
finish
again.
your
Tell us
cart
about your
story.
boots.
I'm sure. I'm really listening. To finish your cart story.
Is your car fixed yet?
Yeah,
go ahead and tell us about that again.
Yeah,
we only got an hour to go. I think you could fit it in still.
No, go on. Come on. You can push him around like your dad.
But he pushes the guy in the marathon.
Genius.
And then he swims with him.
This is awesome.
And then he rides bikes.
Yeah, keep
no, it's a big
about
thing.
it.
It's a father-son thing.
Keep talking about it.
I have seen fathers take care of their kids, Casey. It's not usually a news story to me.
So
I've seen
they're called strollers,
kids.
Called fathers, man.
Yeah.
Maybe you and your community should get used to it.
Google has to be high, dude. Like he blows smoke
man.
into his Google machine. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, man, it's a Werther's original, man.
Here's like
you watched that video last week, man.
Just his results are just recipes for guacamole.
His name's Dick Hoyt, okay, and he's a famous runner, and his son has issues, and he can't, so he runs all of his races with him, and he.
There's only 2 famous runners. Usain
But
Bolt
he died at 80.
Michael
so
Johnson.
I did now. I'm fucking depressed. I didn't know that
Hunchback of
until just
Vietnam.
now.
Who died in the 80s?
You wouldn't think so.
Dick Hoyt
The
died
dad?
at 80. Yeah, the guy that pushed his son and all those. Now
Imagine
nobody's
the extra
taking
strain
care of
they
his
put on his
son.
heart.
Yeah.
His wife left him because they could.
You're killing your
having
father's.
the son was too.
Do you feel happy that you killed your dad?
Well, he can't. He
Hope
can't,
you like riding around those
he
marathons.
can't speak. He's the wide receiver for the Hawking Hot Wheels, and
I'd just pay some homeless guy to push him for a few hours.
they do now.
Good.
On Obamacare, they can do that. Thank you, Obama.
As we end every show, thank you, Obama.
Well, normally it's used negatively, okay?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, I think normally, it is similar. There's carp in the tub.
I don't know if there's carp in Hawaii, and that's where Obama's from. Hawaii's Kenya.
Kansas too.
But he's the best Hawaiian, Kenyan. He's from fucking El Dorado.
Yep.
That's where his grandma lived, allegedly. That's why they're moving there.
That's why Steve's going there.
Yep.
Well,
maybe they're living in his old family birth home.
Maybe. I don't know.
You might smell in there.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
Barbecue.
Yeah, lots of barbecue. Polynesian barbecue.
It's good stuff. Thanks, Obama, for
the
pineapples in the show.
For everything you did.
And for everything you did.
Hey, and thanks for allowing everybody
Thanks,
to stay
Biden, for bringing back the Catholic face to the
Thanks
forefront.
for bringing all those people to Martha's Vineyards for you. Those helpers.
Into your house.
Thanks for the bus rides to New York.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mayor Abbott, Governor Abbott.
Why are the
your
landscapers
wheelchair
here on a Tuesday?
Oh my gosh, and
The
there's so many
GM
of
of
them.
the Hawking Hot Wheels, Governor
Got a new
Abbott.
bus.
I guess they bought a crappy little private plane to get here.
I'm not paying extra. They get $20. They get $20.
Thank you guys for letting me do another show with you.
Thank you guys for being here to do the show.
I wish
Thank
TJ was here.
I do too. I keep telling him you guys want him here, but I'll tell him, we'll talk about it. We're doing a show, I don't know, tomorrow or Monday. So
yeah, let him know that we'll
talk about it.
We'd like to have him here.
I got a mic still there for him. I got his headphone jack over there.
Yeah.
It was set up.
You got his pubes still sitting here?
Yeah, I got a couple of his pubes there.
Right there. Facial hair.
Well, I get caught in the mics every once in a while, He farts different than you guys, okay? I pulled him out of his mic, threw him on the center of the table because he uses E's mic.
Think anybody's ever farted with the butt plug in?
Well, I'm sure.
I wondered about that.
You mean in general or on the show?
I guess either.
Yes, I'm sure multiple.
That'd be hard to tell if it was going to be an actual just a fart or if you get one creep out. I mean,
you think like your nose is
you don't
bleed
know
or
if
something?
you're going to shit or fart?
well, yeah, if you already got something in your ass, you aren't going to be able to
Can
feel
you
the
fart
difference.
with the butt plug
I
in?
think if it's like if you let the lube dry, it would just be stuck in you.
Yeah.
Have
It's
to
like
heat it
caulking.
up. Yeah, you have to heat it up or something to get it out.
Torch it.
Get a
If you
hair
tried-
dryer.
It'd be like if you sneezed and your butt wasn't allowed to breathe, because when you sneeze, your butt takes a breath.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
If you sneezed, your ears would pop if you had a butt plug in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it goes out. Half of it goes out of your
That's
anus.
just science, really, biology.
If one is wearing a butt plug,
And farts. This is an important question.
where to carry or have on the body? Gassy at this doesn't actually answer my question.
I feel like you'd throw up. I feel like
Then
something would
one
happen.
may pass gas silently or noisy.
It's like a
as
plugged
one-
up drain. You know what I mean? Water and everything you put down that drain's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know
We'll
what I
ask
mean?
You could do a little home
Cora-
science
Cora
experiment. Just
knows.
next time you got to let one go.
Hold
Just
your
stick
butthole
your finger
closed.
in there.
I have it, dude. We'll get 2 or 3 of those Marco's pizzas that make you fart so bad.
So bad.
We'll all butt plug.
Yes, you can, but remember not to push too much pressure to the fart, as the asshole, like he said, is a well or something, and sometimes can shit.
Which one of you said the assholes were well?
Well, no, I think
Like a
I'm back
whale?
to where he said that you don't know if it's going to be shit or not.
Wait, the
so
asshole's
it's a
a
well,
whale?
like it's
Like
a
the
pressurized
swimming
system,
mammal?
always wanting to put water or shit out. A well, like
Oh.
pump water out is
Yeah.
where her thing is. Sorry.
Okay, hey, Google what's the highest PSI of
Yes,
a
you
fart?
can. Some are high quality butt plugs.
Hey.
Designed for several processes.
What's the highest
They have
PSI
grooves
of
in
a
'em.
fart recorded?
Yeah, how would you? I guess just put a tube in there.
Yeah, because some people have that forceful. You know what I mean? You know,
What's the highest PSI of a fart ever recorded?
World record.
100 PSI.
4 PSI.
That's
Not more
it?
than 4 PSI.
Could
How many
almost
pounds
air
of-
up a mower tire.
Yeah, like a 2-ply, you could
Yeah.
fucking mow the
The
yard
front
with that.
front tire.
No, a rear, like I only tells me to put 10,
12. Yeah.
10 in that. I could mow with 4.
But a way to
I don't know if
increase
you could break the-
PSI
you
is
couldn't
to
get it
restrict
on the bead.
opening.
Yeah.
Therefore, you put a butt plug in. That opening's just
Oh,
around the
baby.
gaskets.
That's what I'm saying.
We may get 7, 8 PSI.
Yeah. You double it.
I'm thinking that is a dangerous. I mean,
Game.
that's a dangerous game. That's a fear factor.
That's
That's Joe
what
Rogan.
for, that's
Yeah,
what
it's
for
just Rogan.
Yeah.
Assuming a robust 23 cubic inch of flatulence per emission,
Hold on, I'm writing this down.
we computed the necessary exit pressure at 3. I don't. Oh, this isn't answering my question. How much PSI can a fart produce? It's
Are you
3,680 square pounds per inch.
Hey, how many Google answers were there?
The loudest fart ever
He's on Don
recorded.
Lemon's blog.
The loudest fart ever recorded was 113 decibels.
That's crazy.
Go to your
That's
Google,
Chiefs game.
the initial search you had, and go down and see how many pages there were of answers to that question you asked.
New record.
New record.
2 answers, 13 answers on this one, 8 answers.
I mean, like the whole search would be like there's 387,000 results for whatever you just Googled. I think found your new job. You just sit there and read us randomly stuff about PSI farting.
Well,
and
we
butt
learned
plugs.
something tonight.
It's hilarious. Got
Not
one?
to get off the farting and butt plug, but to go back to the Chiefs setting the record for the noisiest stadium.
Yeah.
That shows how fucking dumb the Chiefs fans are, and the fact they actually believe that shit.
Yep.
Because I mean, it's not. We've all been to the games where they have the applausometer.
Yeah.
and it never changes, but it goes through the roof. They cheat. They obviously cheat. It'd be like your your mom saying, "Oh, you're the cutest boy ever." And you go, "Yeah, I sure am. I'm the cutest boy ever."
But they got they're like in the Guinness Book of Records.
They did. You don't think they piped in extra noise?
Oh yeah,
they can't.
What do you mean they can't?
They can.
The Guinness Book of World Record is not sitting over an
they do. They
audiologist.
No,
they're sitting some dude in a suit that stands on the field and
You're
goes,
crazy.
"Yep,
You're crazy if you don't think they do.
No, they don't do that.
There's no way.
It's a
There's
fair and
yeah.
just
because they got all the water heads.
Last week I was measuring clips.
Sure was millions of dollars.
Biggest one, 8 inches long.
I don't go
to the loudest stadium.
You go to
more. Hey, you stretch this clip before I got here.
You go to the
better,
stadium more than I do.
I want to measure. I gotta make sure the whole thing.
There's Guinness.
Untuck it.
The Cowboys Stadium is not. It's not even in the top 35 loudest stadiums in football.
Well, anyways, you can buy a Nelson Mandela candle pretty soon. It's called the Hunger Strike.
Called corn dogs.
It's a woodworker.
It smells like incarceration tastes.
So, hit on that. And the Hunchback of Vietnam next month, guys. So, imagine what that smells like. Use your imagination. There's a carp in the tub. Don't let your meatloaf, everybody. Thank you for listening. And go pray. Continue praying.
Please do that.
Oh, you said go pray.
Go pray. Go pray for Prague. Pray for Steve to get to El Dorado safely.
Yep. Safely, bud. 5 hours at a time. We'll see you sometime mid next week.
Yep, we'll see you. So, with that being said, don't let your meatloaf, everybody.
My other team's called Weinstein's Office Plans.
I can't log in.
I can't figure it out.
Just go. You didn't download the app.
No, I got Arby's.
Download the NFL app. It'll be on there already.
I don't want to get all their shit though. They're gonna send me a bunch of shit all the fucking time. Hey, you got a guy on the injury. Fuck off. Another millionaire.
Did you
crying.
know?
Go to the link I sent you. Go in. Click on that.
I tried to.
How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good without doing anything though. Will that stay? Chris is the one that reminded me. He's like, "Hey, you beat the shit out of me." I was like,
"And you didn't have a guy plan."
Sorry, man.